Yo, what one? You not saying to me? Sorry, man. I'm back. I'm back. Um, Let me try and open up this thing. Yeah, I'm back. Slat, snag. Oh, we're good. Where is it? There's a new hangout. Yeah, man. See the number there? 07440665823 or email extremelybalancedadvice@gmail.com and let's make this happen. Yeah, sorry, man. I have to keep apologizing for my computer. It's moving kind of slow. I need to clean it up. Notifications. No. Okay. And then let me just add some people up. Bear with me, family tree. Add up some people. Boom. 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 Bear with me, family. Here, come in, man. Fill up the room. Hit up the like button. Get that number ready. Add some more people. Yo, what one? Boom. What one? Mad cold out there, yeah?
Not really, you know. I felt worse. But then again, I'm sitting on the bus right now, so I'm not even at the park yet.
Yeah. Good luck at the park, man. Have a good time. I'm gonna come down there and fuck you up.
Matthew just showed us there's bare people down there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's loads of people there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ram one. You get me? People hungry for pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Will be bare hungry pasta ones. Looking to nibble. Get me?
95. Is McDonald's actually that locked off still? I've been hearing McDonald's locked off still.
Say again?
I heard that McDonald's is locked off.
What, by police?
I don't know. I just heard that it's been locked off.
Crime scene. I heard there was a crime there last week.
There's a...
Yeah, let me see what you lot saying in these chats, man. Boom. Let's go. You got sound now, yeah? What, still no sound?
Yeah, I heard you talking before on YouTube still.
Okay, cool. It's closed for renovation. Okay. The McDonald's is closed for renovation. Still.
Yeah, it took me a hot minute to get in this, man. Hangouts is bugging.
It's bugging, isn't it? It definitely is. Definitely is, family tree. So what's good?
No, man. Just chilling, man. Maku's at the park. Done a little Maku cam still. Look dead out still. Everything blessed. Just waiting for some phone calls so we can give some advice, man. Let people know what's going on.
Exactly it, Shiz. Exactly it. Let me check the email. Extremely.
You need to make a nice little intro, Jeds.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'll get all of that, man. Once I'm back focused,
Yeah.
I'll get all that, man. Definitely. Run the ship nicely.
Mm.
Who's the other version? Let me see. Okay.
Like the thing, people like it.
Yeah, do you want to in a second I want you to test out that number for me again, please, my brother.
Yeah, of course, man. I've got unlimited calls anyway. Don't make no difference to me. Yeah, I'll do it in a sec. Just let me know exactly when you want me to do it.
Just checking the email now. Not interested. Okay, we've got a couple.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we got a couple there still.
Okay.
Yeah, let's let it build up a bit. What's the number for my man? How can you ask for the number and you can't see the
It's
title
on the screen?
My God. What's the number, man? Yeah, man. It's a phone in, emailing, texting, whatever you want to do, man. Phone that number or text that number, or you can email Extremely Balanced Advice. This is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. We're getting fully interactive, man.
Private numbers are gonna get picked up. So you know me. Don't worry, man. Your anonymity is there. Just do a funny voice or something. If you don't want us to know, or if you don't want your voice to be recognized. Apart from that, you know me.
Yeah, let's go, man. Where the hell is everyone today, man?
Sunday, man. People just chilling.
Mm.
People just chilling, man. You gotta cook some pasta, and then the smell will bring them up.
Yeah, we're not into that, man.
Put some pasta. You need to put this number somewhere. Put this number somewhere. This email somewhere. One sec. I really don't want to try nothing too fancy on my phone because on my computer because it's temperamental. I don't want to get logged out. Let me try this.
Oh, everyone's docked out. Where's Nino, man? I ain't seen you in a hot minute.
I don't know. He just pops up whenever, innit? It just pops up randomly with his bad mic.
Oh man, I was watching this live chat with this girl talking about satanic ritual abuse, victim of Freemasonry speaks out.
It's a live chat, yeah?
Yeah, it's a live stream. Where she's actually been, yeah. She's been interviewed about our people them. No, I just watched like a few seconds of it. I don't know. I was just saying her people them. She got napped by one of her people them. It's deep still.
She got kidnapped.
Yeah. Hold on.
So this idiot thought that I was alluding to black people as black being the color. Black to them represent death.
Children being tortured and screaming. And I tried to block it all out of my head while I was chained to the floor. I tried to hide in a compartment of my brain to just...
Fucking hell, boy. This is nuts, man. Them people are twisted. Them people are twisted, man. Yeah, man. Definitely gotta get some more videos and some more information on this thing, man. Come on, people, man. You got a live. You get to call in and ask, man, questions and...
Should I do this toolbox thing again? Because should I do it? Yeah. God, man. Hope this don't fuck up my shit. All right, test the phone for me, bro.
Yeah, I'm mute. I'm going on mute.
Yo, fam.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing what?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think it's coming through all right still.
Yeah, I can hear it through my headphones.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're in. So the calls are nice, loud. We sorted that all out. Technical genius that I am. All right. Cool. Say nothing. Catch you on the other side.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's working lovely.
Yeah, I just gotta wait for some people to call in, man. Yeah. Come on, man. You got a direct line, man. Come on. But back in the day, if I would have had a direct line to you when you was doing them other shows, I would have loved to have called in and asked a million more questions.
Going out. 5, 8, 2, 3. That's it, yeah? 07.
Yes.
Hold on. What's the number? It's not it's 0744, isn't it?
Yeah, 0744 066 5823.
23. Yeah. Gmail. Sorry if I'm just getting my admin on right there.
Where is everyone, man?
Good. I'll flip that. Yeah. That's correct. Is that correct?
Hold on, I can't. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's see, it's cool.
I think, hold on.
Yeah, we accept withhold numbers. Yeah. Withhold numbers are accepted. I don't want you lots of numbers, man. I don't know. I don't want your number, man. Unless you got some real good shit. I'll take your number. We can chat there. Get me?
Don't want your girl's number either. Shit.
You feel me? Yeah, we're ready to start up. Man said, where's the Balance Advice show? We're ready to start up, to be honest. Trying to get a few more people on the panel. If you don't want to be on the panel, let me know, man. Right about now, trying to fill it up. Slow starter. Slow starter. We've got a couple dilemmas in the bank. Ready to get read out by email. Where's the rest of the fucking... The rest of the gang? You share your thing. Yeah, share the link in a couple of the groups for me if you can, yeah?
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Yeah, a couple of the live chats. Cool. What we got here? Let's see. Cool. Right, someone asked, yeah? So
I'm listening.
Real simple, light one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You wear a new shirt once and decide you don't like it. Is it okay to return it even though it's been worn?
Boy, that depends on you, really, innit? I don't really take stuff back that I've worn. I'm just speaking for me personally. Big up, Sophia. That's just me. I'm just speaking me personally. Nah, I wouldn't.
No.
What about you, Jeds?
Bro, you can see me smiling, bro. Yeah, I'll be sending shit back straight away. Yeah. No, listen, man, I learned from certain women, like how to take back some old shit. I can't be bothered, is it? But if you know certain women that are proper frugal, they'll be like, yo, they know they will keep it presented in a certain way, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm taking this one back. Why? I only wore it once. I'm not feeling it. Boom, boom, boom. For ages, and shit, they be getting refunds with no receipts, all sorts. Yeah, man, take your shit back, man.
Yeah. What about you, Becca?
Boy, I mean, if I wore it once and it didn't fit properly or it didn't look right, probably. As long as obviously you clean it and whatever else and take it back, I don't see the problem.
I'm taking stuff back. Won it once. Yeah,
what about you, Sosa?
What's the question?
You wear a new shirt once and decide you don't like it. Is it okay to return it even though it's been worn?
Oh, honestly, I probably wouldn't have wore it. If I put it on and I'm not liking it, so yeah, I'd return it unworn.
But what if you'd worn it and then decide you don't like it?
Yeah,
that does happen. Like you might wear something and you're like, you know what? I ain't really feeling this one.
No, I've got to be honest. Like, there's things I order, and just because I don't like it, never worn it, and it's just there in the wardrobe all now. So I'd have to be honest and say no. Not because I wouldn't, just I never get round to it.
You never get round to taking shit back. I hear that.
Yeah, that's a nice simple
one.
But yeah, my answer would be return that Ross, get back your money.
But a lot of these times they don't even try and give you back the money. They try and give you vouchers and all them kind of fuckeries now.
Yeah, so what you got to do is pop off a button so it's unfit for purpose. Once something's unfit for purpose, they have to give you a refund.
Oh, I didn't even know that one there, but blessed for that. Didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's 40 now, isn't it? It's 40. Like, it's not just like I've made a bad decision or I don't like it. No, your thing's actually 40 and I want my money back. I don't trust your merchandise.
Yeah.
Okay.
wouldn't mind a good shopping spree still, just for
Yeah,
one.
I need one, man. I need to get some shoes, man. I got 2 weddings, man. My Todd loafers don't even fit me no more, man.
How is your foot still growing?
This is what I was gonna ask.
They just don't fit me no more, man.
That's a mad one.
I don't like shoes as it is, man. I got 2 pair of shoes, 1 pair of Pradas, and they're trainer shoes, and on my loafers. That's it. That's all I got. And I got 2 weddings coming up.
Yeah, I'm not a shoes man. Still, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm saying.
I love shoes. I got into trainers probably about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And Tim's.
You know what? I always wanted a pair of Timbs, yeah. And every time I go to like try them on or whatever,
yeah,
I don't know. I never buy them. It's like for years, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get these Timbs. I don't know.
Nah, man. Tim's. You want to go to like Bicester Village? I don't know if the Timberland thing is still there, but that's where I got mine from. I got like 3 pairs on that Bicester Village place still. Back in the day. They last long, you know. Like, you know what I mean?
What's it? The brown ones. The standard.
I had the fold down ones. I had the other normal. I had like 3. I can't even remember. I've got to look for them now. But I've had a few pairs. Yeah, I like Tim's, man.
Are they heavy on your foot?
They take a bit of getting used to. Obviously, if you're not, for Jedi putting them on, it's gonna feel a bit weird because he's never wore them before. And like when I first put mine on, I was like, this just doesn't feel awkward. As man running around like this all day long, you know what I mean? But I think after a while, it just feels natural. If you get what I mean.
Air Force Ones feel heavy on my foot, much less Timberland.
I've never wore a pair of them in my life. One pair of train I've never wore.
Mine still look new, mate. I wore those and it's like, I can't be dealing with this clunk clunk. That's what it felt like.
One sec, I need to see about my dinner. One sec.
Yeah, heels for men, isn't it?
Heels for men. Hold on. My mum. 1 sec. I tell you, kids love me. Like literally, my neighbour's kid just come down to ask me, "Have you got any sweets for me?"
Wait, what?
Yeah. Have I got any sweets for them? Because I'll buy sweets and stuff and just like give them. So he's literally just rang my buzzer to ask me if I had any sweets to give him. Listen.
You say you're getting out with your mum today for her birthday?
Nah, everyone's at her house, but I'm meant to be going there. And then my brother's like, he's got to go and pick something up from Battersea anyway, so he might as well just pick me up on the way. So saves me driving.
I hear that.
But I know I'm going to regret it later because it's like when I got to come back now. Public transport. Drop you?
He's not going to drop you?
If I asked him, he would, but I just don't want to because, you know, like he's a kind one. So he will say yes even if he doesn't really want to. So I won't even bother asking him. I'll just make my own route.
Yeah, it's looking to be cold as well. Shahid, Wagwan.
Wagwan still, Wagwan.
What are you saying to me, man?
No, I'm just chilling, you know. I'm just watching Speaker's Corner right now, just getting into some stuff with my brother Shamsi's live, so.
Shamsi's live?
Yeah.
Is it? Everyone's live now?
He's on TNT's Greek, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. TNT Greek. Yeah, man. What's the subject matter then?
Well, he's addressing Godwin and stuff. Basically, Godwin just talking about marriage and Shamsi is just addressing him. And that's basically what the topic is.
I hear you, my G.
Is that a fag or is that a spliff?
It's a happy cigarette.
It's just no. It's just tobacco. It's we call it Golden Virginia tobacco. Right, what are you saying, Shahid?
I'm saying that looks like a fag still.
Was it?
Yeah. Because I get confused. what a fag and what a spliff is because they look both the same.
Okay.
For fuck's sake.
Do any of your friends smoke weed?
A couple.
What do you call a fag, Shahid?
A fag.
Is that the one you buy in the shop in a box? Yeah.
Yeah.
That come ready rolled.
Yeah.
And you can't tell the difference between that and a spliff.
Basically, yeah.
Don't think you're that innocent, you know.
I know he's trying it, innit?
Fam, I don't have nothing to hide, bruv. I'm not saying I'm innocent.
Shahid, this is a cigarette, yeah? You see that?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a home road cigarette. You see the difference?
Yeah.
There you go, fam. Okay.
Okay. So basically, a spliff is something that is made from home.
No.
He didn't show you a spliff, you know. He showed you a roll-up.
Yeah, a spliff has got weed in it.
Ah, right.
Let me.
Yeah.
My thing is it's the halal version. It's a diet. You get me? There's no weed in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Why one man like weed in the building? Come on. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to get some phone calls. Ain't no one phoning me. What's going on? Where's my phone call?
Yeah, I tried phoning earlier, but you recognise my frigging voice. And then the doorbell went. I thought it was my mum, but it weren't.
All right, so I've got another dilemma here. It says, a friend of mine has been offered a huge promotion from her work with excellent benefits for her and her family, and she really feels that this would be a great opportunity for them to experience. Unfortunately, it would mean they would have to move to a whole new country for at least 5 years. She has 2 young children for her previous relationship, but has been with her current partner for 3 years now. She has a good relationship co-parenting with her ex, but feels that he most likely will have a problem if she goes with her decision. What advice can we give her?
Boy. Does it say where she's going at all? Well,
No.
wherever it is, from they've got job prospects, it's got to be a decent place.
Yeah.
I say life's about opportunities. Sometimes you've got to grab them. It's better you go and come back after 6 months than never go and wonder what if.
But what about like the other parent? Like, because obviously they're gonna, if she's gonna take her children, like the co-parent is gonna miss out, isn't it?
Yeah, I hear that, but hopefully I'm thinking the fact that they co-parent quite successfully, he would want his children to have that opportunity of seeing another country, broadening their horizons. And obviously they'd make arrangements so that, like, you know, summer holidays or whatever the case be, the kids can come back. It gives them a better boundary, you know what I mean? A bigger boundary in life. More to
What do you think? What would you be on that, yeah? Like, man just taking your youths and going to the next country? Like, for a job? Like, you're just left out in the cold. Like, yeah, oh yeah.
But remember, it's for a job. It's not to go and link next man.
Yo, what I miss?
For 5 years.
What I miss,
Kids
Jed?
aren't going to be gone for the whole 5 years, though, are they? They've got a dad that they have to come back and see. That's Christmases, they can come back to England. That's birthdays. That's whatever the case be. They'll work that out. The fact that they get on so well this far, I think, yeah, I don't know. For them to write in, I guess they must think it's going to be an issue, but I would hope that he's got a broader mind, you know, doesn't want to limit his children.
Well, go on. What I miss? What was the question?
Let me hit you with it. A friend of A friend of mine has been offered a huge promotion from her work with excellent benefits for her and her family. And she really feels that this would be a great opportunity for them to experience. Unfortunately, it would mean that they would have to move to a whole new country for at least 5 years. She has 2 young children from her previous relationship, but has been with her current partner for 3 years now. She has a good relationship, co-parenting with her ex, but feels that he most likely will have a problem if she goes with her decision. What advice can we give her?
Yeah. How often does he see the kids? Is it every weekend situation? Because the kids can always come back for the summer, you get me?
Exactly.
There's ways and means of sorting this out. At the end of the day, if I was the father, I was the one that wouldn't see my kids, I'd be pissed, innit? But I'd understand that if it's giving my kids a better life and I'm still going to see them, there's ways and means they can work that out. Do you know what I mean? He can go over to where they are for a while. So yeah, I think that's the situation that can get
Would
sorted.
you be happy with that compromise?
It would depend on my relationship.
It's good, but it sounds all good. This thing sounds good. Now, you ain't seen your youths like how you used to for at least 5 years.
Yeah, but like I said to you, it would depend on how often you see the kids.
Yeah, it'd be pretty short selfish, like to kind of, because I'm not going to see my kids every weekend like I used to, I'm going to stop their mum from making a decent amount of money, you know what I mean, bettering her life and bettering my child's life, just getting them to explore. I mean, who doesn't want their children to see other countries and know what it's like to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
but at the end of the day, if she puts her foot down and says she's going, what really can you do?
All right, so here it is now. Cindy says, why don't she go and leave the kids? Go with your partner, innit? And leave the kids with the...
Yeah, but maybe the father doesn't want to have the kids full time.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does, bro.
Okay, if he does, then that's another compromise. That's another.
He's saying, nah, go then, innit? Go pursue your dreams for 5 years, set yourself up, and the youths will stay here, have their continuity, stay with their old friends, go to their old school. You know them way there.
Yeah. Okay, that's a compromise he could put to her. That's not a bad idea. Because if you're asking him to give up, then maybe, there's a possibility she could.
But think about it. You've raised your kids. You've had your kids all this time. Like, you're not going to be focused thinking, okay, so I've left my kids with their dad. Yeah, it's their dad, but I've always had them. So my focus isn't going to be on point now that I've got this new job. I'm going to be continuously worrying if they're all right, if they're missing me. Do you know what I mean? It's just extra strain. Bear in mind, she's been the one that's had them all this time, you know? If he was that kind of dad, then it would be like, he's got them more time.
It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary because they were in the same country.
Yeah, but how far are we? Jed, how far are we talking?
I don't know. We can.
Whatever it is, it's only a plane ride away.
Two Shani's gone to Australia. Yeah, let's say Australia.
Wow, 20. Was it 20 hours?
Huh?
Was that 20 hours she's on the plane for?
Something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's a mad. That's a mazza.
So now, you
think about the quality of life they'll get out there. Sunshine.
No, I hear what you're saying, so yeah, I agree with you. They will get a quality of life.
In England, teachers that just don't even like them. Do you know what I mean? Stuck in the house playing PS2 or whatever.
What about that, man? Daddy, we don't.
Daddy's now got somewhere else. He can go as well. What? Oh, he can go on holiday and spend 6 weeks out there. He can bring them back with him.
That's what I said.
It's broadening horizons. That's how I look at life. Like, I'm glad that I had the opportunity to go to Jamaica when I was younger, go school out there. Do you know what I mean? It just gave me a different perspective on life.
I never got a chance to go school out there, but I went to Jamaica when I was younger, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing that I think, if I had children, I'd be doing it somehow, some way. I'm getting them out of the country. I need them to explore. I hear
what Judge is saying. Like, if she wants him to compromise, can't she compromise as well? But the kids might not want to live with their dad, though. That's another thing, Jeds.
Exactly. Because they're used to being with their mum.
They might not want to live. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a thing that she's gonna have to try work that out and explore every single option in it, and then decide in it. Because at the end of the day,
I say take the kids, at least take them for the first year. Settle yourself, let your kids know what's going on out there. Send them back to their dad for 6 months. And then just take it from there, see how that runs.
Yeah, fair compromise, I think. But like I said, I'm saying that, but like I said, it would all depend on the relationship you got with partner as well. Because if you got,
I reckon what you need to do, when you don't know how it's gonna be when you go out there, go out there first. Yeah, leave the youths with their pups in like where they're used to.
Yeah.
You go out there, set yourself up, send for them on holidays, see how they feel about it, and then they can make the decision of whether they want to come out there and join you.
They're young though, isn't they? Didn't she say young kids?
Did she say young kids?
Yeah, but she's gonna be out there for 5 years.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is their decision might not be like.
Even if they were,
yeah, but I
even
hear
if
what
they were
George is
two,
saying because
in 5 years' time,
yeah, what if the job
in
doesn't
5 years'
work
time,
out?
they're gonna have.
If the job doesn't work out, then you got to move them back as well. So what Judge is saying makes a bit more sense because if it crashes,
big upheaval.
Yeah, I think what Judge is suggesting, leave them here until you know that it's.
We got to think about the kids first.
True.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big upheaval to take them out there. You got your new man and that. That's all good. That's more the reason why you should go out there on your own because you got your support network out there. So you go out there on your own. You're not gonna be like.
I mean, how would I feel if my mum did that? I'd be like, why did she neglect me to go off with her new man?
Yeah, I hear that.
But I'm not seeing the picture or understanding it. Do you know what I mean?
Imagine the children now are thinking, rah, but like, because you got a new man, you want to move to a next country with me, I got to leave all my family.
I mean, it's like what Judge is saying. Either way.
They're more likely to think of it like that. They're more likely to think that mum's gone off and left. No, think about it, yeah? You've been raised by your mum. Let's say they're 5. All this 5 years. And then your mum disappears for 5 years. You're not thinking about the job. You're thinking that she's got another man that she went out there with.
Yeah, but what he's saying is not for 5 years. What he's saying is for a period of time and then to see how it works out. Because like we're saying, imagine you upheaval them, they get used to it and the job don't work out.
That's part of life. They still had an experience.
I just don't think we're being. I don't think we're being fair about the dad. Like I literally feel like it's whatever when it comes to the dad, but then when it comes to
let's be real. At the end of the day, she doesn't even have to consult him. She could just tell him, you know what, I'm taking my kids and I'm going. But the fact that she is thinking about it, he needs to compromise.
They're co-parents, Sosa. Like you can't be like that. It's their kids. What do you mean?
Nah, I mean if they've got you need to have a certain what is it? There's an order that you need to have.
He could be the one that takes them to school every day. He could be the one that does this every day.
Yeah.
He could have them every weekend. He'd have them 3 times a week.
Would that being the case, I think she would have already had this discussion with him if that was the case. Do you know what I mean?
She would have been. She hasn't, and she suspects that he's gonna have an issue in it. So it's bait in it. He ain't gonna have that. Nah, what?
If he was picking them up every day, bringing them to school and that, he would know what the situation is. He would know that this is happening. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That obviously he's not that tight then. I'm not saying with his kids, but with her.
Well, it says, it says she has a good relationship, co-parenting with her ex.
Yeah.
Most likely to
but that means that could be to do with all the above issues, meaning they're not arguing, they're not beefing. Like he's paying what he needs to pay and all of that. So that doesn't necessarily mean that she's sharing.
So obviously now,
I want your children to like just see more of life. Take it on a personal level now.
I hear that, but like you got to think about it. Like if my baby mother is leaving the country with my children and her partner, and I'm left with like these are my 2 kids, and I'm left over here. Like I don't know. I just feel like
that's selfish.
If anything, keep them over here where they're grounded, where they have their routine, and on holidays you can send for them and they can see how you're living out there and get a taste of that every time. So then they've got that new aspect of boom, 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 and then in time they can maybe even transition to go and stay out there longer term. But just to rip them away.
1 second.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold.
It's a sticky one. It's a sticky one. Yeah. I can see both sides of that argument. But like Jed said, I don't know. You're going to have to come to some sort of compromise. What the compromise is going to be. I don't know. What do you think, Becca?
Becca's doing the Speakers Corner tour.
I don't like, but it's a difficult one on either situation, isn't it? Like you said, either one of the parents have got to compromise, or the other parents just got to forget about it and do what you got to do at home, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, my last word on it is send the pitney them, let them explore a different kind of life and stop being so selfish. But I gotta
Oh
go
my
now.
God! Oh my God! How's me being selfish?
Peace
All
out,
right, peeps,
Salsa.
bless up, yeah? Take it easy.
Bless up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see how come all of a sudden the father is fucking selfish. I don't get that.
Yeah, but that's the usual spew, innit? That's the way it always seems, isn't it? Like he's stopping them from progressing. It's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. I know what you're saying. Cause if your kids are in another country, you're gonna be losing valuable time. If they're in the UK, anytime you can pop in and see them. If they're in another country, it's gonna be difficult. So that bond, it's gonna be kind of strained still. And I'm a hands-on kind of man, so yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that one there. I think that'd be a mad one still.
Why are
what's the chat saying?
Why are women with no children so sympathetic to men's rights when it comes to kids and that? I swear they just feel like, let's get over it. Like, oh yeah, you're a man. It's like
I think it's just people in general, to be honest. I think even when you look at fathers' rights to their kids, their rights is automatically the mother, isn't it? A lot of the decisions just go straight away in the mother's favor.
Mm.
You know, it's not on an individual basis. Do you know what I mean? It's just like when you think like you have a you, it's like people don't think, oh, the kids with their dad. They will automatically think the kids with their mum. You know what I mean? So it's just the way society looks at things, isn't it? I don't think it's right, but yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely, I understand that aspect. I was raised by my mum.
Me too.
But trying to be balanced and not make it all about me or my experience. Like, I also, have been on the other side of the fence. So I just feel like if you downplay a father's role in a child's life, then we will just accept it at being that, and then the negative effects of that just become like standard. Oh, this is how it is. Yeah, his dad weren't around, or her dad weren't around, and then we like start seeing less value in the father figure. So then, if the next generation are growing up intrinsically with less value for the father figure in a family setting, then that cycle is just going to only repeat and repeat and repeat until it is the norm for fathers not to be around. And then that's how socially we've done a 360.
But to be honest with you, Jed, the way things are looked at, that is the kind of the norm. Do you know what I mean? In certain aspects, it's the norm. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's right.
I feel like they make it seem a lot worse than it actually is.
Yeah, they probably do. Yeah, they probably do, because with most things, Jeds, they never talk about the positives. It's a lot of the time, it's just the negatives that get spoke about. Do you know what I mean? Because you can look at a household with both parents and the kid's still wilding out. Do you know what I mean? So it isn't always just the single parents. But I hear what you're saying. But the father's role is heavily downplayed, and I think as males, a lot of the males have got a lot to do with it, and a lot of the females have got a lot to do with it. It goes for both sides, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of men are running around having youths everywhere and ain't bothering with them. But is that the male's fault or is it the female's fault? I kind of think it's both in certain circumstances.
Yeah, and not to take away responsibility from men either. Like,
yeah, of course, no, hell no, I'm not taking it, because I'm a father myself, and I'm trying to do my best to take responsibility for my son and the kid and the other children here. But you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of women out there like that just want to have youths, and there's a lot of men out there that just want to have youths, and a lot of women have youths for men, and they know they ain't gonna be around, but they think they can change them, and you know it's a complicated issue, and I don't really want to get into that one, but Yeah, it's a really complicated, because you can only go for your individual experience, because I got a lot of my brethren, they're not even that bothered about their kids, which is a sad thing. But
Yeah.
because they don't get, a lot of it is not even to do with the youth, they just don't get along with the baby mum. They sit there complaining about their baby mum, and I'm like, but you knew what she was like. You knew what kind of woman she was, so what are you standing here complaining about her for? You know?
Yeah.
So, but let's move on to the next one anyway.
Yeah, remember, send your dilemmas, problems, and issues into extremelybalancedadvice@gmail.com. Or you can call the number, you can send a text, and you can call live on air and that. No, we do. If you just want to chat to man, just want to say something. All right, boom, boom, boom. Where's the next one? Okay. This one seems long. Oh, fuck. This. All right, cool. Dear Extremely Balanced Advice Show, I have a crush on someone who I am affiliated with, a friend of a friend, but I haven't openly told them that I fancy them. Every time I'm in his company, I can't stop but flirt with him indirectly. But I sometimes feel that I'm being a little overbearing for him, and I do not want to scare him away. I have a big personality and I'm very loud when I want to get my point across, and can sometimes come across as being rude. The problem is I can't tell that he doesn't respond well. I can tell that he doesn't respond well to this and pushes me away. I don't know what I can do to make him see me in a different light, because every time we are together, his friends are around and a few of them don't like me, which can often end up in an argument. What can I do? LOL.
Bro, certain friends are cock blocking, pagans.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me, certain friends.
I think you're gonna have to just bring the person alone, i.e., just move him away from his friends, and basically just speak to him in private.
Well, I would say that if he can't accept you for the way you are, then it's not really worth it for starters. Was she saying that he don't like her way she is, or the friends don't like it?
Who don't like it? He pushes away when she's being like rude or being loud or something. Pushes away.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a bit of a funny one, Carl. Like, you can only be who you are, innit? You can't really be different from the. Are you on the phone, Jeds?
No, carry on.
No, you can't really be different from who you are, innit? You got to be you, innit? So if he don't accept you for who you are, or she don't accept you, then yeah, you have to move on to the next one, innit? Really and truly. And the friends are just cock blockers, man. Maybe you should bring some of your girlfriends around or whatever, innit? To run interference.
Yeah.
Or just
run interference. Keep the man them on their toes, you know what I mean?
Or just write a letter to him, basically explaining your feelings and stuff.
A text?
No, a letter. A letter.
He said a letter, but yeah, in this day, no one's sitting down to Oh yeah, can she cook?
Can she cook? That's a good question. I have a crush on someone who I'm affiliated with. Every time I'm in his company, I can't help but flirt with him.
Somebody.
I sometimes feel I have a big personality. I'm very loud when I want to get my point across, and can come across as being rude. The problem is I can tell he doesn't respond well to this, and he pushes me away. Boy, you know what? If you're just being yourself, and you don't feel like he's responding well to that, then he's probably not the guy for you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Probably not the guy for you, man. You need to be able to be yourself at all times. Unless you feel you're doing something wrong and you're adjusting your behavior for the good, but don't adjust it just to try and get him to like you, because you ain't going to be able to keep that up forever. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what I can do to make him see me in a different light, because every time we are together, his friends are around, and a few of them don't like me. So I don't know. Yeah, man. Anyone else got anything to say on that one?
Yeah, like I said, bring your girlfriends around. That will keep his friends on their toes. Or obviously try get him alone, innit? Like, try his friends don't live in his house, so try and go there on a one-away when they're not about, innit? And try to speak to him. But if he doesn't accept you from the way you are, then it's not really gonna work. Overall, I think that's my personal advice.
I would agree still. Hope that's some balanced advice for you there still. But I would agree. I think we got one more. Yo, send in your dilemmas, man.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Big up Betty, big up Queen J, big up Weed, big up 1-1. Gandalf the Grey.
Betty's in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, big up.
Yeah. All right.
She's in.
Go on.
Yeah, I was just wondering. She's in Manchester still, isn't it?
Yeah. Last time I checked, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right, go, Jid.
Yeah. Stephanie was supposed to tell a certain guy that her good friend had a crush on him. Instead, Stephanie ended up hooking up with the guy herself, and to make matters worse, she lied to her friend about it. Now things are spinning out of control as she has recently found out that she is pregnant. What's she supposed to do?
Who is Stephanie, or the pagan Stephanie, you mean, or the friend? Which one? I'm confused.
Stephanie was supposed to tell a certain guy that her good friend had a crush on him. Instead, Stephanie ended up hooking up with the guy herself. And to make matters worse, she's lied to her friend about it. Now things are spinning out of control as she has recently found out she is pregnant. Stephanie's pregnant. What's she supposed to do?
Stephanie's a pagan for starters. You get me, fam? Let's just keep it last, Jez. Let's keep it 100. That's pagan. That was the violations just keep stacking up. Like, what is she supposed to do? Well, obviously,
I think you just leave it, man. I think you just leave it.
It's
basically.
What? Who? Stephanie can't leave it because Stephanie's pregnant.
No,
so Stephanie...
the friend, innit? The friend, innit? Just leave it. Like, obviously, she backstabbed in the back.
Back, yeah.
So everyone on the panel and everyone in the chat, who would suffer that?
Like, I don't know. What do you want her to do? Like, we saying they're not friends no more.
Yeah, obviously standard because that ain't your friend, innit? Come on, let's keep it 100, innit?
Yeah, but you ain't done. Like, I hear that. Yeah, it's a bit mad, but I don't know if that's like termination.
Nah, okay, Jez, this is what I'm saying. Okay, all right, boom. She went up to my man, yeah? Obviously, my man got chatting and she thought, oh, he's nice, yeah? Then she linked up with my man. That was the cue to go back to the brethren and say, oh, you know what? One thing led to the other. We got chatting. You know what I mean? She should have just been real from the get-go, yeah? And then, it would have been class. You know what I mean? But then you started lying and then, you went to the brethren and said he didn't like you. He thought you was ugly. You know what I mean? So, and now the brethren's got to suffer the fact that she's pregnant. She's going to be having a youth with the man that she wanted to hook up with. Oh. So also man then can probably just give that a wide berth. But you know what gal I like. You know what I mean? Girls are going to hold that.
If you told a brother, yeah, rah,
yeah,
I'm feeling this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you was like, rah, maybe you could go and like get me, drop a bar to her or something. He went over, whatever. It turned out that he ended up linking her and getting her pregnant, and that if you found out about it, what would you do?
I probably wouldn't give a fuck. Me being me, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, but these are females. Females don't look at them things the same way we would look at them things. Do you know what I mean? I would probably look at it as it just was probably never meant to be, innit? Do you know what I mean? But my brethren would have known my reaction and would have come back and said, I got her number, and I'd be like, cool, innit? And she got a friend. That's my way of thinking, innit?
It happens, man. It happens.
You know, it does happen. It does happen, but
it depends on how much she liked the guy.
well, she couldn't have liked him that much because she didn't really. It's a
That
bit
might
of a
have been the
stick.
love of her life. She might have
Yeah,
liked.
then this is what I'm saying, and it's curtains. It's problems. Now you got babies in the way, mad bills to pay. it's sticky. Does the friend know that she's pregnant though?
No, obviously not.
Ooh, yeah.
And the friend has lied. Stephanie's already lied about the brother already, so she's probably said, he weren't feeding you, and he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
He's a dickhead. Fuck him. He ain't feeding you. These times you're boning him, doing the thing. You lot are now in something serious that you're having a baby, and you ain't told your friend yet, and you need to tell your friend that you're pregnant.
Yeah, ASAP. Yeah, and hold your pagan.
Be like, who's the daddy in it? Like it's peak.
Yeah, and hold your pagan mouth box.
Nah, you can't map box a pregnant gal, man. Come on.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean, innit? Like hold her switching it. You know what girls are like? Yeah, they get feisty, bro. You know they get mad.
But yeah.
I'm only joking. Now you don't hit a female, no, you know what I mean. But I think you should just be real with your
females.
Yeah, female shouldn't hit females, but be real with your brethren. If that's supposed to be your bona fide, your sister, you know what I mean? You lot go through hard times. You have to sit her down, innit, and just keep it 100, innit?
Yo, hear what?
See what happened. He put on the Keith sweat, you know what I mean? Your body. You get me?
And then, like this, in different circumstances that get people like accused of rape and that, you know, when they can't face the consequences, they start saying,
that's true.
Like, you get me?
Yeah.
He forced himself on me, he's mad. But anyway, I took that left.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I don't think there's no more.
Oh, Skinny said she should name the baby after her friend.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how that was gonna go down. What's the girl? What are the females in that? Because we ain't got no females on the panel. What's the females in the chat saying? How would you lot go about this one, and how would you feel if you was in the situation? Because I think we need to hear some females' perspective. 9 months to tell her, bare weeks, bare weeks to think of excuses. Yeah.
Sophia says, so why can't the friend move on? Good question, man.
That's a good question. It's not. I don't think she'd be pissed about the man. I think she'd be pissed that she didn't tell her, innit?
Yeah, it's how the friend. It's more about how the friend
was moving. Yeah. Friend at least a middle name. Oh, bro. Wow. Yeah, man, them probably wouldn't care, innit? You know what I mean? Man, them would probably be like, "Kalas, innit? It's whatever, isn't it?"
All I'm saying is, see, Stephanie, now. See, because of your deeds, now you got something to worry about. Because anytime that your baby father and your friends together, or alone,
she
mad still.
She might be looking to smack some skins, boy. She might look to throw it on him.
You gone too far.
Yeah, she might be looking to throw it on him and get a baby by him too, and see how you feel it.
Oh, you share baby fathers.
Yeah, matting. You get me, matting.
I wouldn't even go that extreme, but yeah.
And Jed, just to take it as far, imagine he actually liked the other thing, but he got told that the other girl didn't like him.
You know, that was
you get me?
Oh, nothing. You know that she's just come out of a relationship. You know that just switch him off. And he'd be like thinking to himself, right. I thought Stephanie was on me, but you're saying she's not, and you're acting like you're on me. Boom. You get me? Yeah, who knows, man? Don't move like that. That's the lesson is don't do things like that. Don't do things like that. Unless it's like real, I don't know, man. I don't know. Or
just be honest, innit? Just be honest, innit? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Because you had plenty of opportunities, you know, to let your brethren know, innit?
Yeah, the longer you take as well, the worse it's gonna get. It's already It's already fucked.
Yeah, it's already peak as it is.
It's already fucked as it is, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a mad one.
So check this now, yeah.
Mm.
Your partner has left his or her email open on your shared computer. Is it okay to take a look at the inbox? What about at a specific email?
All right, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't look at my chick's phone. I don't look at her messages, so I probably would just ignore it. Me personally, you get me?
You'd ignore it.
The question is it okay? Well, it depends on your relationship, innit? I don't know, innit? If you've got a relationship where it's like my missus knows my passwords to my phone, so but she just doesn't look in them, so I don't know. Suppose it depends on your relationship, innit? I don't know. Is it a business thing? What do you think, Jeds?
Why are you looking in people's email for, man?
I don't know.
Like for what do you want there? What are you looking for? That's my first question. What are you looking for? What was you looking for?
Yeah, that is a good question. Why was you looking? Was you maybe she was curious, innit? Maybe she thought, I don't know, she might find something. I don't know, man.
So, I mean,
like I said, it depends. Yeah,
you don't trust.
Depends what your relationships is like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, innit?
Don't look through. Don't look through people's shit, man.
Because you might find something. You get me?
Don't look through people's shit. Trust me. Yeah. Respect people.
Truth Seeker says I would probably look.
Respect the privacy, innit? Like, there's no need to look. What are you looking for? If you don't trust them, then that's a different topic. But if you just see someone's email open, close their email. Like, close it for her.
Yeah, close it. Yeah,
close it for her, man. Get me? Or close it for him if you're a woman. Stop sneaking, man.
Yeah, like the pagan things, man.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Jez. I wouldn't personally. I'd just shut it down. But like some people, innit, they just can't help themselves, innit?
I don't believe in that. I don't need to look for your shit. I don't
Yeah, that's how I am. It's your I'm
not on that
Shahid.
Private island. Yeah, Shahid, what do you think?
Yeah, that's peaks though. If like someone opens up your email, it's one of those things where you just have to get rid of the person or just like close your email because like someone could be hacking it.
But what the person's saying is, should you look?
What do you mean by should you look?
Okay, it's a computer that everyone shares,
right?
And you've gone away. Your partner's gone away and left their email open. Would you look at her email?
Me personally, no, I wouldn't. I
Cool.
would respect privacy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's all we're saying. Most of us would, innit?
Yeah.
Shahid's looking, man. I'm telling you, I just got that feeling.
Nah, fam. Nah. Listen. At the end of the day, I respect.
Screenshotting, innit? Yeah, he's got the screenshots to prove it. You get me?
Nah, man. Listen. At the end of the day, I respect my women, innit? So, like, if I had a wife,
no woman.
What he's saying, if he did have one.
Okay.
Yeah. If I did have a wife, yeah, and she like went on holiday, I wouldn't look at the email. I would respect her privacy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. All right, let's see.
Someone said close it after a peep.
All right, cool. Let me see this one now.
Oh, look and see if she had found her. He's on the sex offenders register. 1-1.
Okay. Mad. All right, I can't read this first bit that he said. Okay, second question is. Okay, second. All right, man's got a question. Yeah. Why do white females who have mixed race children feel like they are more in tune to black culture because they slept with a black man?
I don't even know how to answer that.
Well, going by my personal experience, as my partner's wife, I don't think she thinks she knows more about black culture than another black woman. But I don't know.
I would have to say if the black person has basically taught them about black culture, then
Yeah,
that's
but what do they
basically where
mean by they think they know? Sorry, Shahid. What do they think? What do they mean by they think they know more?
It says, why do white females who have mixed race children feel like they are more in tune to black culture because they slept with a black man?
I think it's because the fact that they think that because the fact is that if they sleep with a black man, they just think, oh, they're black themselves, and therefore they know about black culture already just because they judge it off one act. That's my view.
So
I would say that they may feel more in tune than the average white person because of their sexual preference has led them to learning more about the people and their culture. So obviously, if you've had children that are considered to be either black or half black or whatever, yeah, or their heritage is one of African or Caribbean descent, then to be honest, I would expect you to become more attuned with that culture so you could understand it better. So you could help your children understand it better. So I don't know. Yeah,
my question would be: does a black man who has mixed race kids, does he think he knows more about white people than white men? Do you think he knows? Like, same question goes.
that's a good question still.
Yeah, is it the other way around? Because
yeah, I reckon he probably thinks he does have a better understanding of white culture than his black counterparts that don't have white partners.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
I would say it's a possibility. I don't know if that's it's a blanket statement, but I could say it's a possibility for some individuals. Because why wouldn't you? Just like if you had an Arab partner or
you'd have to know more about. Well, you would learn more about the culture.
Yeah. When you're speaking to your friends from outside of that experience, you may feel like you had more information on it. Depending.
Well, you would just generally because you'd know more about them because you know what I mean.
Depends on how much your partner is actually entrenched in their own culture anyway.
Yeah.
Because you could be with a white woman could be with a black man that's not very much entrenched in black culture anyway. So she's not really going to take in that much from him. Do you know what I mean?
True. Yeah, very true.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Felt like the wrong people weren't here to answer that one, really.
They were definitely trying to fire shots, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
Fire shots. Say nothing, man. Say nothing. I hope that answered your question, man. Hey, don't forget, man. Call in. I'm really
Come on, man. We need some. I want some live ones, man. Not gonna
lie to you.
Don't be scared to call.
Yeah, we don't bite. Yeah.
Don't be scared, man. Dial the number in. The number is 07044 Dial it in, man. Dial in that blood clot.
I don't understand how Modine gets better calls and
Who's Modine? Oh.
Modine.
But Modine gets better calls.
Folding, innit? Folding.
Yeah, he gets better people ringing in. I know they're trolls.
The last two shows.
He's got people phoning his phone.
Yeah, the last two shows.
Shit.
The last two shows that he done, he had like about 500 people calling him at once.
I don't see Modine's channel, man. So I have no idea. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's been giving out his number for, but I think people just think they phone him just for troll sake, innit?
Okay.
I think that's probably what it is. Like, remember the guy phoned him. Remember Littles called him, asking him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, third question, yeah.
Go on.
Do you ever think that humans will all learn to love each other and work with each other despite race or gender?
No.
Boy.
I would like to say yes, but the likelihood is Probably not.
What Ultra
But
Funky
you never
said,
know.
no. All right, big up Jedi
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
new
Do
haircut,
that.
though.
Do
Look
that
at
for me,
Jedi's
please,
haircut.
Lexi.
Jedi, your haircut looks neat, you know.
Yeah, man. You never know. You never know.
Hmm?
You never know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's a bit of a sticky one because when you say work together, what against a common enemy, then yeah, I think no matter what, people will always unite against a common enemy. But you know, do you know what I mean? There's so much things that divide us, or that people allow themselves to be divided by. You know what I mean? Just take some of the conversations, some of the polarized conversations that we have in these hangouts. It just goes
Yeah.
left when man starts saying your thing's better than my thing. So yeah, I would like to think that people, like-minded individuals, yes, people who share common goals will, but
You would
people,
like it, but the thing is that a lot of people they have a certain agenda, so that if they look at a certain person, they will say, "Oh, this person is a bad person. Yeah, therefore I'm not gonna talk to him," and etc. So I would like all humans to speak to one another, love each other, but it's one of those things where you can't have it. So
yeah, but would you be able to feel love and compassion for a pedophile? Because I wouldn't.
if he's sincere and he's apologizing and he's sincere in what he's saying, then yeah.
No.
Okay. Let me break this down to you, Shahid. A pedophile
No.
is someone who is interested in pubescent teens. Yeah, I don't even want to get descriptive. Yeah, so that's never gonna change. Yeah, so they can't turn around and be repentant. They're never gonna change. They can never turn around and say that's not what they're gonna do, innit? That's not who they're attracted to. So that's what I'm saying to you.
Say no more.
I didn't hear that question, so yeah, I'm gonna leave that one there still. All right. Someone else asks, "Is jealousy always bad?"
I'm not really a jealous person, so I can't. This is going to be a tough one.
I would say no. I'll tell you why. Just like envy isn't always bad, jealousy isn't always bad. It's like fear, right? Depending on the circumstances, these things can actually keep you sharp and on point. Do you see what I mean? Like if you're scared of something, it keeps you sharp, keeps you awake, you're on your toes. Whereas jealousy, I feel.
1 second. Hello. I can't hear you. Yeah, sorry. Go on, carry on. I couldn't hear them. Yo, family. Carry on.
Yeah, go on, Ultra. Speak,
Yeah,
man.
Ultra, go on.
Yeah, sorry, I was saying, like fear, jealousy is not always a bad thing. I feel jealousy only becomes a bad thing when it's obsessive or where it becomes like controlling and abusive. Whereas if you feel like if your wife's going gym, or depending on who you are, your husband or male counterpart, whatever, if they're going gym and they're surrounded themselves by muscular gentlemen who like to take care of themselves, or sexy sisters who do squats. yeah, right? Like that jealousy or the perceived jealousy can get you in the gym and keep you sharp and keep you on your toes. But where the where the jealousy becomes bad or negative, I would say is when it becomes controlling, compulsive, and obsessive. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Ultraman. That's a good point. I'm not sure whether that is it jealousy or is it it's like wisdom. Are you just being smart? Like, are you really jealous or are you just being aware that, right, you know what? I don't know, man.
This guy's
Because
paying
you know
too
what it
much
is? It's
attention.
like-
This
No,
guy's
but it's
paying
like
too much
envy.
attention.
It's like envy. Like if you drive past guys, like it doesn't interest me, but the first thing that comes to mind is someone who's got like 1,000 Ferraris, and you know he's got £1 million in
That's
his
just
back
retarded.
pocket. Yeah, but if that kind of thing makes you jealousy, the jealousy isn't always bad, because the jealousy could, or the envy could lead to emulation and adoration. So it's not always bad. It's when it becomes obsessive and compulsive and abusive and like, yeah.
And stalkative.
Yeah,
Okay.
what Shahid said.
Too many tivs in that one. But yeah, I'm not really a jealous person, so like, but I know I've been with exes that have been really, really jealous and asking a million questions, and you know what I mean?
But that's exactly the point, brother. It's becoming compulsive and abusive. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it was jealous, like she saw you walking down the road with what she perceived to be a beautiful girl, she might think, rah. Instead of like, who you with? What are you doing? How long are you talking to her? She might have been like, rah, okay. Let me go gym, or let me do my hair up, or let me change the lipstick color to make sure he ain't going nowhere. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah. Balance, man. What you're basically saying, Ultra, is balance, basically, in a nutshell.
Yes. And also, big up Jedi, that new haircut looks sick.
Oh my god.
Oh man, don't get haircuts still.
No, I call all hairdos, I call them haircuts.
You're just ignorant.
Big time. It's one of my flaws.
Ignorant. You're just ignorant.
I really hate that word. Ignorant pisses me off. Anyway, next question. Come on.
Yeah, I think we run out of questions. Let me see. You have to do a campaign to get more questions up in there, man. Someone's sending me mad questions that I'm not reading up. Yeah.
Oh shit. When you say extremely balanced 18 plus peak, yeah? Fucking hell.
Yeah, there's some ones that I'm not reading. I'm just not, you get me?
Do you know what? Actually, I have a question. It's a little like all right. Does or is prostitution bad? Now, the reason I phrased it like that is because I've left it totally subjective and all up in the air.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
Is prostitution bad?
Come on, man. Call in, man. What's up with y'all, man?
Yeah. Prostitution. Is it bad? Just as a naughty you.
Is prostitution bad?
Since you asked the question, what's your opinion on it?
Well, since I asked the question, I'm going to go last. So what's your opinion, Shahid, on prostitution?
Well, when you say prostitution, like, do you mean like standard, a girl's just going to go out on the road and make her peas here? Or do you mean she got a pimp? Or, you know, there's, you know...
See, no. See, I left it up in the air because I wanted
to... when you're doing it up in the air, that's not really helping. You got to kind of guide and steer this thing.
No. Do you know what it is? Let's let the conversation evolve naturally. Like if you want to,
obviously, you know that making someone do something against their will or forcing someone to do it against their will is bad. So we know that.
Always wrong.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to make it less ambiguous. Is prostitution bad if the sex workers are not being or have not been trafficked
or exploited?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with it. There's women out there giving their pussy for free. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. No, everyone's laughing, but I'm keeping it 100. There's chicks out there getting smashed left, right, and center, and ain't even getting a lift home. They're just getting ushered to the front door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, if you're comfortable with doing that and you want to get paid for your time, then it is what it is.
Yeah, true.
Am I gonna date one of them? Hell no. Is one of them gonna be my baby's mother? Hell no. But
How do you how can you say hell no?
I knew Ultra was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I fucking knew he was gonna.
Wait. What
I
happens?
fucking knew he was gonna say that.
Wait.
Okay,
what happens
cuz.
if you're dating a girl? Everything's cushy. You lick it down. Everything's gone in. You've been together.
Nah,
and then she says, "Oh, by the way."
What? By the way, what? I used to be.
I used to be on the roads, like.
You say Pretty Woman, yeah?
Yeah.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah. What happened? What happened?
I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. However, which way I answer this question, I'm never gonna know because I've never been in that predicament. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got a past. Everyone's got a past. Yeah. So it depends how I feel about. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% real because it depends how I feel about the girl, innit?
Yeah, I agree.
That's all I can say, innit? You know what I mean? Because everyone's got a past, innit? You know what I mean? Now she telling me, is she telling me Ultra, I gotta go 5 o'clock in the morning to go walk down the road and go, you know, then that's a whole different story. You get me? But yeah, a past is a past, isn't it?
See, I do.
No, I'm just being real, Jed. Isn't it? Certain man can lie to. I can't say in it because I'm not in that predicament. But
prostitution meaning, if it means, the practice or occupation of engaging in sexual activity with someone for payment, basically paying the person.
Shahid, you don't have to break down the definition of prostitution. I know what that is, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying it could be good even if you're paying the person for sex.
I'm lost. You've totally lost me. It could be good.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What about you, Jed? You've been quiet on this one still.
I just ain't getting away, you know. I need to ask you now.
You've been quiet on this one.
You know what? Yeah, honestly, I feel if a grown adult and another grown adult have arrangements to do stuff for money, do something strange for a bit of change between themselves, I don't think we have a right to have an issue with that. You hear me? I don't think we have a right to have an issue with that. But obviously, when it does come to things like trafficking and like some of the other stuff, it's a bit sick. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I ain't really got a problem with prostitution. I just, I feel like all our laws are funny, telling people what to do, how to do, when to do it. It really make no sense. I feel like it's a waste of energy because, like you said,
do people know that being a mercenary and being a prostitute is one of the oldest professions in the world?
Yeah, I've heard that said that many times. But yeah, man, I mean, people do it for free all day long.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Like, you get me? If you want.
No, people do it people have sex in exchange for all kinds of things.
No, yes, I agree with that. I agree with that.
A movie.
It's like if you want to have sex with a girl, and you see that girl and she says to you, "I will only have sex with you for some money." Yeah, just like, you know what? If I'm that desperate, you're just like, okay, fuck it, I'll pay enough money just to have that sex.
So you see, Shahid, has that happened to you?
Hey, some people exchange sex for food, bro.
Yeah,
that's real.
I'll pack at 10 Benson and that.
No, but if you check it, like if you pay a woman to massage your back, or you pay a guy to give you a fucking chiropractor session, or you pay an Uber driver, or you fucking pay the guy who served you in the restaurant, or
the bus driver too.
You pay the bus driver. Well, you don't really because we don't take cash. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you can pay money for anything, and no one bats an eyelid. Right? But if you pay for sex, it's all of a sudden becomes something.
Yeah, but all the people that say they don't like that and then they watch porn, they're getting paid to do that. So what's the problem? I'm saying as long as this consensual and nobody's getting hurt.
Porn stars are like prostitutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
Wait, no, they're not, because when
They're entertainers, you're gonna say, yeah?
Yeah, it's entertainment.
Oh, I
because
knew
the
it.
minute you introduce a camera and a production team,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
then it's actually paid.
But that's
work,
not true,
and they
to be
pay-
honest.
And they're subject
Yeah,
to
but
tax as
yeah,
well.
but you're
not true
you're
because-
getting
Because if you go to a
you're
strip
getting your
club,
lawyer hat.
hold on. If you go to a strip club, yeah, and you see a girl that is from Pornhub, yeah, and they're at the strip club, yeah, and you like them, yeah, and you go up to them and say, "Listen, I know I want to have sex with you," they'll say, "Okay, pay me this much money, fam." So so your
Alright,
statement is not that much
Shaheen,
true, fam.
Shaheen, what the hell are you actually talking about?
Basically, what he's trying to say, if you go to a strip club and you pay the stripper enough money, she fucking. That's what he's saying. I don't know why he's brought Pornhub into it. That's basically what he's saying. So what he's saying
when he
is,
said Pornhub, he just went left and then to
Bruv,
the
because
right,
a porn
and then
star,
a U-turn.
listen, a porn star is from the strip club, bruv. Is that simple?
customers have paid taxi fares in sex.
What the fucking?
It's true though. Certain people, look, I know chicks that have given bouncers head to get in clubs and that. So, yeah. These things go on, Ultra. These things go on.
What's the spike in what's the spike in SIA badges?
Hey fam, I've heard girls doing all sorts of things. You get me? Or people doing all sorts of things to get through. Come on, man. I don't think.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I'm worried though. I'm worried about the type of girl that would blow a bouncer just for entry. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like somebody sent me a video a little while ago. Some girl in Magaluf, right? They said, if you blow all these guys, you get a free holiday, right? So she put like 12 guys' willies in her mouth.
How can she?
And-
Whoa.
wait.
How did she put 12 willies in her mouth?
No,
Or
no,
she gave 12
one
guys
by
head?
one.
Which
No,
one?
yeah, she put 12 willies in her mouth in the space of like 2 minutes, right, for a free holiday.
Wow.
But what she didn't realize was the holiday was the name of a cocktail. It was the name of a drink. So she was screwed.
Allow it.
Yeah, but
no.
yeah, and the video.
I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny, boy.
The video leaked.
But hold on. How does man get a 2-minute blowjob? Anyway, let's not have this conversation.
I don't even know.
No, it wasn't
That's political.
It's like man saying, I have
the
to.
shittest top in the
Bruv,
world, man.
it's like man saying, yeah.
It wasn't a proper blowjob. She just put like 12 willies in her mouth for like 10 seconds each. And then
That's loose, man.
This guy,
of course, bro. But imagine the guy said,
I ain't entertained.
you get a free holiday, yeah. And then she blew the guys like on the dance floor there and then. Guys just getting their willies out, and then she's like, yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, she done it. Get her a holiday, and they gave her a drink called the holiday.
So basically, that's not proper top though. She just hoodlicked, man. Anyway, off this combo. That's hoodlicked, man. That ain't even top, man. You can't say blow. That's not top, man.
It's like man like
That's not
Ultra.
top,
You're
man.
trying to say that you have to watch two girls, one cup, fam.
Jesus, Shaheen.
Saeed, why do you come out with these random stuff, bro?
Shaheen, anyone who knows two girls, one cup knows just how fucked up Shaheen is, man.
Yeah, why did you go?
Shaheen,
Yo.
you know how many years it took me to get that out of my head?
I've still not seen it, and I'm keeping it real. I've never watched it. I've heard about it, but I refuse to watch that kind of shit, man. That's just gross, man.
Literally,
man.
That's nasty, man.
I think that thing was a hoax, though.
No, bro.
You think so?
Bro.
Yeah,
it's real.
Did you watch it, Jeds?
Come on, man. Everyone's seen two girls, one cup.
I haven't seen it, Ultra. I'm keeping it real, fam.
I'm not gonna lie. I was in high school and I saw that shit, bro. It's fucking like, I should have known from then. Like, as a speaker,
yeah, you should have known.
We fucked up.
No, because see my bridging, Jed, when I come out, man was talking about that, and I was like, nah, come on, man.
Some devil energy to that thing, man.
Yeah. I'm not really down with all that, man. Man's messing around with the doodoo and that.
Can you imagine what they're doing behind closed doors, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they're
I've seen way worse since. But
Okay,
I remember
okay.
that
Ultra,
video
ultra,
had.
ultra.
So I'm not going to explain
Pineapples.
anything. No, I'm not
Pineapples.
going to explain anything. I'm just going to say, since that video, I remember having a profound effect on me, right? But since then, I've seen worse, and I feel like I'm just like, yeah, all right. Like, but that video had a profound effect on me. It's kind of like, I don't know if I want to live anymore.
Fucking hell, boy.
I don't know. It was deep when I saw it, but now when I see
Yeah,
it,
we can
it's
tell
like,
you're
meh.
definitely psychologically scarred, Ultra.
Yeah,
We can tell.
I'm just like, meh.
So what you say, yeah? If you woke up and a girl was cocking up on you, what would you do?
Now he's numb to it. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, it's
okay.
like, meh. I mean, don't get
No,
me
but when
wrong.
Biggie was talking about it in his songs and that, like, come on, man. There's some.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At the time, I was listening to old school garage, innit? So I'm free from all that.
Yeah, don't
See
go
how he's
back
lying.
down
See
there.
how he's
Don't
lying.
go
See how
back
he's lying,
down
Jed.
there.
See how
Don't
he's
go
lying.
back down there, bro. Don't go drag yourself back down.
He's saying he wasn't listening to Biggie Smalls. He was listening to Old School Garage.
Yeah, but why did Biggie come into it?
Because I said, you know when he was telling the story about the girl wanting him to shit on her.
Oh, I shit on you.
I don't even remember that.
I shit on you.
You don't. That was Eminem, but you.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that. You don't remember that, Shahid?
I honestly, I don't remember that from.
Okay.
And they wonder why people say music is haram.
Yeah, for real. No, it's real.
Only people that say that shit is people that don't listen to old school garage.
Oh,
Bruv, have I said that, fam?
No, Shahid, listen. Shahid, I think you need to actually put some headphones in and listen to what people are saying before you answer.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what
no
you're
one
saying.
said that you said that,
man.
but
I'm just testing, man.
Gone, you know. Shahid, you're not right. Hey, fucking hell. Listen, I got to depart, man. I'll be back.
Peace. Yeah, right, what's the next ones, Jeds? Come on, man. We need some live ones. I want some live ones.
Wait. What was the consensus on prostitution? Is everyone saying yeah, it's legit?
Man, don't care about it. No, it's not. You know what I mean? As long as it's legit and no one's being forced to do it. You know what I mean?
All right, cool.
So it's a job, innit?
I'll be back.
And it's tax free. So I'm saying thumbs up.
Yeah, these people are just sending random questions. Like,
alright,
this shit's random now. Alright, do you think drugs should be legalized?
When you say drugs, are you talking about weed?
Example, weed, crack, coke, heroin, etc. Not talking about pharmaceutical drugs.
I think weed should be legalized.
Why?
Because sometimes some people, if they're like highly depressed and shit, and they think that weed needs to get them off that crap and makes them happy and stuff, they should take it. Not all the time, but sometimes they'll need it. So.
Well, me personally, I don't think no drugs should be illegal. That's me. I don't.
What you say? Crack should be legal, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think crack takes you off the deep end, though.
Sorry.
I think crack takes you off the deep end still.
I also feel like if there wasn't so much like stigma and whatnot put around what other people do with their bodies, we could focus on the real killers, like alcohol. Get me? If we're gonna have concern about people's welfare, then we got to do this fairly. Like, I just feel like, how can you police whether someone's gonna take crack or not? It's their choice. It's like, it doesn't make sense. So rules like that, even though like we understand you wouldn't want your child to be a crackhead or whatever. It's rules like that we agree to that allow us to have our freedom taken away. That it's like the consent that you have the right to, like, if you want to go and smoke bleach, no one should be able to stop you if that's what you want to do. As long as you don't disturb other people, like if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Like, I don't see how you're gonna enforce what you think is right or wrong on another human. I don't think.
Yeah, Sister Bay just jumped on. Peace.
I 100% agree with what Jedi's saying. I think it should be legal. Because I think it's a choice. If that's what you want to choose to do with your body, then that's what you choose to do with it, and no one shouldn't be able to tell you what you shouldn't. Because if you look at some of the pharmaceutical drugs, Ritalin and what's the other one? That antidepressant. Oh, fucking forgot. Temazepam. There was another one that was really that guy was taking. That when he went into the Prozac, that's the one. Yeah, that made him go to the cinema and shoot up the whole place. Like, come on, like there's some real serious drugs that are legal that are very, very dangerous. And I think if crack, heroin, coke, all those things were legal, it'd obviously be the most safest, probably better grade.
Do you know what I mean? And you wouldn't have to go to some backstreet brother that's putting whatever in it just to make it
to cut it.
Yeah. And then you can and it can go hand in hand with some kind of drug therapies or whatever. But no, you want it to be underground because you want people to be like OD in alleyways and shit with dirty needles and spoons and pipes and shit. Like that's how it doesn't need to be that way. So it just
you want to bring people down to the lowest level. That's what I see. You just want to dehumanize people.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm not supporting it, but as Jedi said,
but I do feel people should have the choice to take what they want to take. And if anything, if you're that concerned about people, you need to focus on making it safe for people. Yeah, this 50, 60, 70 year war on drugs don't make no sense. It's just silly. You know what I mean? And it reminds me of the delusion that society's under. When we deal with law
and let's not get it twisted. Where's most of the heroin coming from? Afghanistan. Do you know what I mean? But that's a conversation for another time. What do you think, Sister Betty?
Oh, hi everyone.
Hi, big up Betty, man.
Big up. What was the conversation? I just joined it. Were you talking about the war on drugs and stuff?
No,
and prostitution.
Should prostitution was the one before, but we're saying should drugs be legal, i.e., cocaine, crack, heroin, cannabis?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like heroin is like it's quite dangerous and quite destructive. Cannabis, I think cannabis should be legal, but I think cocaine is the one where they start mixing chemicals to make it. That's
correct.
The cocoa
leaves. Yeah. All of them you got to mix chemicals to make it.
Okay.
Weed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, then that's the thing. I'm not too sure about legalizing it. I'm not too sure because I understand people saying that it'll be more pure, that it'll be more safer if it's legalized, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. I prefer the natural things, like cannabis part. I don't have a problem with that, but the rest of them, with all this mixing of chemicals with natural things, I don't know.
You see what the problem is? Just like back in the days with things like ease, if people are manufacturing it themselves and being forced to try and do it at a cheaper cost on the run, blah 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 blah, shit's not sanitized, like. There actually could be courses. This actually could be something where you could regulate this so that people knew every time when they were getting their drugs, exactly what dosage was in there. You'd be cutting down overdoses. You'd be saving the NHS money. Like people could be better linked with drug programs and stuff like that to help them get off it. Rehabilitation could be at the forefront. Treatment could be at the forefront rather than criminalizing and punishing these vulnerable individuals that have got addictions and that got a disease. And I feel like criminalizing drugs doesn't help the common man. It only pushes them further into a dark hole. And we need to offer them light. We've done this for I don't know, however many years. It clearly isn't working. Drug taking is on the rise as unemployment rises. And I think we just need to do things differently. Do you know what I mean? I'm not an advocate for crack or heroin, I'd be really upset if one of my family was on that. But I think what's more upsetting is the fact that now they've got this disease, now they've got this thing to fight, they're being criminalized and they could be get thrown in jail where they now mix with the underworld and become even more entrenched into fuckeries. It's a never-ending cycle, and all the while, these lot get paid for it. The policemen, yeah.
But Jed,
But,
in
you
saying
know-
that, look at that. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you, sister, but look at that drug Spice. Look how fucking dangerous that is. Look what that's doing to people.
People wouldn't be turning to Spice if weed was legal.
But what about the fact that, you know, I think cocaine is part of the opiate family. So you have legalized drugs like tramadol, I think it's morphine, and people can get addicted on the legalized drugs, let alone the ones that are illegal. I think you might end up, if you legalize those type of drugs, you might end up with even more people that are addicted, because there's people that are actually addicted to these painkillers, and that's why you have to have a prescription. And the market value of things like tramadol and stuff like that, it has a market value because it's all part of the opiate family and stuff. So I don't know. I understand what you're saying in terms of people who have an addiction, and obviously, you know, people take drugs because they're trying to get rid of that pain and, you know, all them problems, you know. But I don't know. I just feel like you might add to it, and there's unscrupulous doctors as well. You know, not, you know, obviously you've got the Harold Shipmans of the world.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got those athletes that are taking those steroids and the doctors giving them, and there's all.
Yeah, because that's all controlled. So the issues and whatever are all controlled. Like if you're taking drugs, you're gonna have to prepare for side effects and be aware. We know this, but it's about limiting the risk. And I feel like by criminalizing drugs, you only further you leave avenue for higher risk, because you're getting it off street dealers and whatnot, and it's murky shit. You don't know what they're putting in there. This is why people are overdosing, you know, because what it had in it yesterday don't have in it today. They take twice the amount, and now they're fucked. So I don't know. I think we should just regulate it, and we need to really understand that telling people what to do with their bodies is not okay. I don't think that shit's okay. Telling someone else what to do with their body, whether they want to inject Heinz baked beans or whatever, you can go fly over to wherever and get cement pumped into your bum. That's cool. You get me? You can get silicone and shit put into your breast, and that shit explodes and gives you blood poisoning. But that shit's cool. Do you know what I mean? Let people do what they want with their bodies. Otherwise, we can't be fighting in one corner, fighting for people to have the right to have their themselves castrated, yeah, because of their gender preference, and then on the other hand, telling people, oh well, no, you can't sniff that cocaine because it's bad for you. Nah, this is bullshit.
But people do tell people what to do. The government, the doctors, like there's a ban on smoking. You get told what to do with your body all the time.
I don't know. I feel like step by step, they're just gonna take more and more from you, though. Really. Like more, like, you know, like inch by inch, they're gonna take more and more from you until you don't have the right to do anything. Like you don't have the right to do anything you want to do. They have to. Nah, man. I'm not looking forward to it, and it just seems like every step of the way we just keep giving up all our rights. Do you know what I mean? With all the stuff like terrorism, now like our privacy is being attacked. Then they're using the internet and saying, "Oh, look, this and that on the internet. We need to secure you further." You know, you can't get into that without an email or a phone number and this and that, and making it all so much harder to not be a part of the system and to have privacy.
Yeah. Are you thinking of doing a nature boy and like disappearing to like Costa Rica or somewhere like that to get away from government and censorship?
I hear you still. No, I'm not gonna do a nature boy. But I mean, I wouldn't mind.
That's the only place, but okay, mum, later. Sorry, my mum's just talking to me. But yeah, like in terms of like nature boy and stuff like that, that's the only type of places that you could go, all the way to like the forest or the jungle in those, like, what do you call it, undeveloped countries, to get away from government.
I hear that still. Shizzle, what you saying, bro?
Yeah, I think it should be legal. I think you're right. I don't think people should be told what they can and can't put in their bodies and consume, because I think the stuff that they're telling you to consume is probably worse than the stuff that's illegal.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, look at that spice. You know, look what that's doing to people. You know, there's videos of people who've smoked it, unable to control their bodies. They're rolling around on the floor because they've just lost all their bodily function. So, you know, yeah, I think you're definitely right, man. I think it should be down to people's choice.
But why would they legalize it? Like things like cannabis and some of these natural herbs and medicines, they don't want to legalize it because it would rival big pharma, the legal drugs that they're making lots of money out of.
But I think slowly but surely, big pharma's just going to move in, and they're going to just be the distributors. That's probably why they're taking so long to legalize it over here, because they're putting things in place to
Setting
make
up
sure.
their infrastructure.
Yeah, so it's their people that are in control of it. Otherwise, it makes no sense for it not to be.
But if they're in control of it, then it's not real freedom, is it? Do you see what I mean? If they have a monopoly on the distribution,
they have a monopoly on water, Betty. They have a monopoly on just about everything, you know. And this is the things that most of these conversations are going to get to. When you break it all down, we are not free, and we are told what to eat, when to eat it, and where to get it from.
Yeah.
You know, you got a choice: Tesco, Sainsbury's, or the supermarket, but it's all the same thing. You know?
Yeah. Tell me about it. But you can grow some of your own food. I used to grow tomatoes in spring and summer, even in Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. You can start growing your own produce and stuff. But most of us have been sort of groomed, and you know, it's just easier just to fucking go to Tesco's and go get it, or go to the local supermarket, or go to the local Wednesday or on a Sunday and get it from there.
Yeah, but I think, but we need to. I think the mindset, because at the end is, I agree with you in terms of we're not free. We all know we're not free. We're as free. We're not as free, but the only way to break out, because you know, like people talk about breaking down the system. It's all very much breaking it down, but you have to have a system to replace it. And I think sometimes,
yeah, this is the point where we're gonna have to disagree, because there was a point in time in the world where we didn't have all these structures and stuff in place. Obviously, you know, they've got rid of all that evidence that we've run without being policed and cow herded and sheep herded. Just let us just go in the wild, innit? Just let us be free, innit? We will police ourselves, innit? I know we haven't done it for God knows how long, and but we will learn, innit? You know, we'll adapt. I don't think the human race will implode if a lot of these structures aren't in place. I think for a while it might be a bit crazy, but I think, you know.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's important to have another system. I'd have to see. When you say that before there was a time when there weren't all these systems, you'd have to describe more how that society functioned.
There was like the barter system where you had a cow and I had a this, and we bartered. You know, the time when there was no paper money, things like that. You know, and I'm sure there's even history. There's even histories before all of that. When I say like when you're talking about the system, I'm talking about the system how it is, where we're voting for these people that don't give a rat's ass about us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
So you're talking about? Are you talking about more of a collective?
Yeah, I'm talking about more of a collective, more of a balance, where, you know, you ain't got one that's got more. I don't. To be honest, I haven't really sat long and hard and actually thought about it, Betty. So, you know, I just think that we need to just the current way things are now, where they just advertise something, we just consume it.
Yeah.
You know, but we just, you know, we don't. A lot of people don't have a choice.
Yeah, and all the taxes and the cost of living is really high. I don't like the fact that we are like landless peasants. You don't have no land.
Yep.
I don't like that, because I find gardening quite therapeutic and enjoy watching my vegetables grow.
I'm saying, man. And, you know, just the way the system is now, you know, People work
Yeah.
their whole lives to own a house and then die, and die at 75, and 25 years after that, the house goes back to the freaking state or whoever the landowner is. It's just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Sometimes you don't even buy the house, do you? You buy the house, but you don't own the actual land.
That's what I mean.
It's just ridiculous.
So basically, after and then you got to pay extra money to basically lease the land for another 100 years, and then it would be up to your family. But eventually, it's gonna go back to whoever owned the landowner is.
Yeah.
Which just tells you should just outright go and buy a damn piece of land.
How do we start implementing this type of world that we want? Because we know what the problems are, but it's in terms of implementing the plan.
But the thing is, Betty, people hear what we're talking about and they just shit themselves. Because it's going to be a struggle and it's going to be a resistance, and not everybody's going to make it. Let's just keep it real. Some people will be sacrificed. Some people are going to have to make that sacrifice. But a lot of people would rather live in ignorant bliss.
Yeah.
Well, then come out of the matrix. Go on.
Yeah, it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. For some people.
Yeah, for some people, yeah.
But if you get enough people who have the same idea, you can really cause a domino effect.
Yeah, but even this, a lot of people will say they're gonna do it, but if you say to a person, okay, then you don't go to work, you don't go to work, you don't go to work, you don't go to work. See how many of them actually do it? If you get enough people to do that, then they can't really penalize everybody, can they? If enough people do it, that's what it is. It's safety in numbers. If you get enough people to do, like, if 1 million people or 500,000 people march down, what is it they can really do?
Yeah, it's like what Gandhi said, civil disobedience. I think it's civil disobedience that you're talking about.
Yeah.
What do you know what I mean? They would do.
Oh, all they could do is call in the police and call in the army. That's all they could do. It depends if you went down there and you were saying, we're not going to leave this spot until you start working as you're supposed to, or you abolish parliament. What else could they do, Jet? They would have a call in the army to get rid of the people.
How many people did you say?
About 500,000, I said.
But what about they did something similar in Iceland, didn't they, a couple of years ago, where they demanded...
Yeah, because of the banking situation, yeah.
Yeah, they demanded the parliament get rid of I think it was the prime minister and several of his cabinet and stuff like that.
Yeah, because they're all taking payouts because the banks were all borrowing to each other. That's why they had all these problems.
I feel like, where they wouldn't shoot or kill 250,000 people, I feel like they would make sure that we could never gather in that large number.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. They would before it takes. But look at it. But then, if you look at the yellow vests, like if you,
that yellow vest thing's a bag of shit, man. What is that?
You think so?
If you believe in freedom, if you believe that you're a free human being, why would we need to go to Parliament? Can we not trust ourselves to organise? Like John Lennon says, we are our government. So
but it would take. The reason why I would suggest going down there, it would be to show the people, the sheeple, the ones that are sitting behind the TV watching with their jaws hitting the floor, would be to show them that we are not going to be responding to these individuals no longer. We're not going to be listening to what they got to say. They got to go. You know what I mean? We got to become self-governing, innit? Self-governing, sovereign, innit? That's what, really and truly, when Jedi and that used to talk about being sovereign and what it means to be sovereign, that's what we need to be.
I do believe that, but I just think if you go to Parliament and you say to your masters, we've had enough, I think part of that is you're basically saying that they have the power over you when it's actually you that give them the power by recognizing them.
But then, like I said to you, it's the numbers. If 5 people turn up to the airport and say, "I'm sovereign, I want to get on a plane to France," you ain't even going to clear customs.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? If you turn up with 10,000 people or 20 or 2,000 people, and then everybody's saying that, they got a real problem on their hands because they got more than the amount of people that they've got security to remove.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, You know, and
But
once
you
and
can
the,
do it as a domino, like the riots,
yeah,
where it was a domino effect. You know, it hit London, it hit Salford, it went round the country. And I think if you do something collectively, but all in different cities,
yeah, that's
I
what I
think it
mean.
would be.
Because there's so much people doing stuff in different places, they didn't really know what to do. But to
Yeah,
me, that was a sort of an exercise. To me, that was an exercise on what would happen if with the same scenario that we're just discussing was to happen. What they would do, and I think personally,
I feel like they made everyone go out there. I feel like they controlled that. They created that. I'm telling you. I know you don't think I'm paranoid, but
no, I don't disagree with you. I don't. That's what I said. I believe it was an exercise.
For the lead up to it, there was definitely something in the air, and it was like people's inhibitions had been lifted.
And I do think there was also agent provocateur sent down there, just like there was, just like there was in the Border Farm riots and the Brixton riots.
Yeah.
But I feel you're right, because they could have opened the doors to top.
They put up in plain clothes. They kicked it off. They smashed open certain places, and they let everyone run in, and then they disappeared and jumped back in their like vans and shit.
It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, it's an exercise for them on how they would deal with it if civil disobedience happened, like the May Day protests in Oxford Street. You know, where they smashed up McDonald's, where they spray painted the I think it was the Winston Churchill. Was it the Winston Churchill that they spray painted? One of them monuments that they spray painted anyway. And they smashed up Primark next. So I think they've been running their little simulations, like I said, on how they're going to manage large amounts of people if people just turn around and decide to take to the streets.
But if you believe in freedom, I think you're always going to have groups or elitists that are always going to have plans, but you can't be constantly reacting. You have to have your own plan, because you can't stop powerful men in the corridors of power, you know, making plans. But if you believe that you can self-govern, then fuck them. You know what I mean? You know, if we don't give them the power, we don't empower them by following their demands. They can't kill everybody. They can't silence everybody.
What they can do is turn off a lot of people's electricity, though. That's what they will do, and that's what some people will be afraid of.
But I think for them to turn off the electricity, that would be a really last resort, because that would affect a lot of things. Because a lot of things run on electric here.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is a lot. It wouldn't affect them, because they probably got generators and all sorts of things really hooked up in their residence and stuff. Like I said, Betty, these people ain't stupid. They've got plans for that. Like I said, they would do that to like when they have like hostages. They have hostage situations and they turn off the power, they turn off the heating and stuff like that to try and break you.
Yeah.
Like, so these are the tactics what they would use. Because certain people wouldn't know what to do if there was no internet, there was no, you know what I mean? There was no electricity. Some people would just go mad.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So they've given us all these things just to be able to just take them away.
Yeah, but it's like, isn't it up to the leaders, or whether it's a leader or it's a self-governed, isn't it up to us to innovate and be prepared if we're going to wage war on the system?
Yeah, and that's why when Jedi said like everybody should go on one of them survival camping trips, it was a brilliant idea, because you're gonna need to know what to do if situations were to occur where you got to go forage.
Yes,
and you got to know where to go. But a lot of people they're gonna get, when these things happen, they're just gonna go with what the system tells them to do, because they're not gonna have no choice. They're not gonna have no survival. They're not gonna be the ones that just scurry off with a couple of tins of whatever and, you know, say fuck it, I'm gonna go like sheep.
But like you said, there's always going to be people that you will lose. If that happens and they do that, they don't want freedom. Some people like the prison cell.
That's true. Some people put themselves in there and voluntarily stay in there.
I want to be comfortable with cushions and stuff. But I think you just have to find like-minded people. People who want freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, certain people are gonna have to make those choices, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, but I think the more people come together, it will inspire more people to join. I think initially there's always going to be people who are like, oh no, I'd rather stay in the prison cell. But the stronger it gets, the more you'll draw people to it. Straight
To
away,
just love to get some land and just live off the grid and just have it open door policy for some
yeah,
people who want to live like that. Like they have them in America. I know they call them like militias, but you know, they sort of live
the free man
off
on
the
the
grid.
land.
Yeah, they sort of live off the land. They don't have no. They got their whatever they got. They got their whatever they got. And they don't have no police. But eventually, they just ended up raiding them and destroying the place anyway. But yeah, I mean, you got to take a stand in it. But he's
Yeah.
right. You got to take a stand in it.
Yeah,
And I suppose everyone's waiting for that. Everyone's waiting for someone to set, as they say, set the pace. And I think you just got to do this in it and have faith in your fellow man and woman that they're gonna also set their own pace, in it.
Yes, yeah. It's a question of faith, isn't it? And a lot of people.
Well, that's what it's gonna come down to, because, like, you know, if you said could you get 30? I don't think I could get more than, I could say, 5 people that I know to just say, look, pack up a few things, bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Let's go in the wilderness. Let's give it all up. Yeah, I can tell you, it just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't. You know, they would look at me like they'd probably call the people. They'd take me away in a straitjacket before they come. You know what I mean? Because they'd think you've lost your mind. You know what I mean?
Well, would you have to give everything up in a sense? Because if you own land, you can build your own house.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, I shouldn't even have to pay for no land. Listen, like I said to you, yeah, if a mass congregation of people went to a certain space and took it over, what really could these people do? This is what I'm saying, and it comes down to a point. Look, before in an area, there was these Irish people. They took over this part of this area, these travelers, yeah, and the police wouldn't even go in there. They nicked the skeezer's car, drove it in there, and shut the gate. The police wouldn't even go in there. They were that terrified. They said, "We're not going in there." They said, "That's it.
Yeah,
You're on your own."
squatters' rights. Is that squatters' rights?
Yeah, they just said, we are not going in there, because to go in there is going to cost us considerable amount of manpower, and these people are not fucking around, you know? And as Jedi said, that's what it comes down to. It just comes down to those individuals just saying, you know what, this is our space, this is us, and you come in here, we're going to deal with you in it, because we are sovereign people. This is our land. You know what I mean? We're not bothering you. We're living our way here, innit? And if you don't want to go stay in the Matrix, then you go stay in the Matrix. But like I said,
there's a lot of free land. You know, one of the problems in the UK is people don't realise how much land is actually available. I think when I looked at the statistics, I think they say it's only maybe about 10% of the UK that's actually built on.
See what I mean?
Then they tell us that the world is overpopulated.
Yep. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, yeah, you see when you see what I'm saying, and so, like I said, innit? Yeah, so, you know what I mean?
It's going to the countryside. If you go to the countryside, you'll see vast amount of land. You might see a couple of sheep on it, and that's it. But
there's loads of. I mean, I live in Bedford, and there's loads of land. There's not even no animals grazing. There's just empty, gaping spaces. But a lot of it's getting built on, and even around here, there used to be loads of pubs that were just vacant. But obviously now they're knocking them down and building houses. But for years and years, they were just empty. Like, there's was it British Home Stores, I think it is, or one of those super stores. It was just empty. Some people broke in there and set it on fire, but that's been empty for a while now. Like, there's loads of empty sort of spaces. You know what I mean?
There's a lot, but you have to have those type of brave people, because you can have electric via solar energy. There's
but a lot of these places that they shut down, like, the wiring's still live.
Yeah, but it's
a lot of them shops, because the alarm was on, so it's still got power running to it. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, if people really want to do it, it can be done, in it. But like I said, in it, you just be aware that you might look at your partner or your friends and your family, and they may look at you like you're crazy.
How long?
You know what I mean? But people got to do what they got to do, innit? You know what I mean?
Hey, how long do you reckon you could last out there if you was in the wilderness? Like,
Me, what, me on my own?
No. I mean, like before the authorities decide to come and make a move, how long do you think it would be before you have to defend yourself?
I can't really say. I know that eventually they'd want to stomp it out before it takes off, because they know that these things, people are like, you know, if one set of people start doing it, it's like, as Betty said, a domino effect.
Yeah.
You know, and once it gets to too many numbers, there's nothing they can do. But like I said, some people are gonna end up being good sacrifice to make change, innit? That's just the way it is, man.
What was that?
I don't know. That sounded like Gremlins, man.
It was soccer, man.
I see.
Yeah. So what's the subject exactly? Is it trying to leave the system and...
No, it wasn't just generally trying to leave the system. We went from talking about whether drugs should be legalized, and then we went on to, then it just sort of bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah.
But we're actually taking questions or phone calls, and people just giving advice. But while we're waiting for those questions and phone calls, we're just having a little...
Okay.
Now.
Yeah, we've gone through a few questions. Yeah, man. Phone the phone. 0744 066 5823. That's 0744 066 5823. Get in touch. Speak to anyone on the panel. You know how we do. Or send an email to extremelybalancedadvice@gmail.com.
Jedi, I say you do a radio show, you know, like a internet radio or something.
Yeah, man.
I hear you.
Well, he's expanding slowly but surely, man.
Yeah, we all are, man. It's good moves, man.
Okay, I don't think protesting works. I marched and got arrested. He still even believe.
Like I said, obviously we know that they try and stamp things like that out. You know, we know that because, like I said, they don't want it to catch on because they want people to be afraid and think we're just gonna go with whatever they say, or do you know what I mean?
So you don't believe that the people have a way to regain power of their own country? That's basically what you're saying. So they're hostages, in effect. Citizens of England are hostages. Whereas in America, you have the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
Which I think is key.
Yep.
Yeah, you have the right to defend yourself.
Right to bear arms. Yep.
It's mad.
But they're trying to do away with that, though.
But
slowly but surely.
They've got the right to bear arms, yeah, but they're they seem like the most oppressed Western nation, which is ironic, you know what I mean?
Some of them are, though.
Because they don't know how to exercise their sovereignty.
Yes, that's right. I think that, as Jedi said, being sovereign is key. And I think once we can get more people to believe in that, it'll be a good day.
I've got a relative, yeah. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but I've got a relative who has successfully applied for sovereignty, non-domicile status as a sovereign. The person was born here. The person has kind of fought against a lot of corporations in the last decade and won a couple, lost a couple. I'd say, yeah, I'm not going to say much more than that. I'm going to tell you more about the person when I see you or something, Jedi.
Okay.
I think you'll find it very interesting. But yeah, that I didn't even know that was an option until the person showed me the documentation and stuff. So I don't know what
does that now allow them to do?
That's what I'm saying. I said I don't know what the stipulations are when you gain that status, but there was a reason why this person gained that status, as they were under attack from various people, groups, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna look more into it myself. It's only really now that I'm having a conversation here I'm thinking I should really look into it and see what it means.
Yeah, you should, man, because that information, and we need to definitely know more about it. Because I didn't even know about being sovereign until I heard Jedi mention it on a stream, and I was like, yeah, being, you know, just being able to go wherever you want and live wherever you want, you know, would be fantastic, you know. And we all know about the birth certificate and what it means, and you know, it basically signs itself up to be we sign ourselves up to be corporations and all this other stuff, and you know, so we can undo all this mess that some of us are in. Some of us aren't in it, but you know, if we can undo this mess that we find ourselves in, would be absolutely fantastic.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. So come on, we're waiting for some phone calls and just to give out some extremely balanced advice, man.
No one ain't got no credit today. No one ain't got no credit.
You man listen to much like talk radio and that from like pirate station. Well, actually, there's not really any on pirate stations, but do you listen to much talk radio?
No.
Nah. What about like Galaxy FM and them kind of places there?
I was offered a space on Galaxy FM, you know. I need to holler at them man back. But in general, no, I don't listen to these platforms.
Yeah. I've listened to Galaxy because my dad used to be a DJ on there still. I think it's they're trying to do like some cooperative something at the moment, I believe. But yeah, Dino Kai's on there as well. Yeah, a few people. Yeah, definitely. If they've offered you something, like I'd give that a go, man.
Yeah. We say Dean's got a show on there.
He used to have the Solution Room on there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good look. James Well, back in the days. Who's James Well? Ironically, I live in the hometown of EDL. I marched with Palestinian Solidarity Campaign and got arrested. Yeah. See bare eye emojis and that. What else is good? I used to listen to talk radio. George Galloway, but he sold out. Who's George Galloway? That fucking the guy that was on
Northern Ireland, the Northern Irish MP, who's getting Arab money. That guy.
Man was cooling around like a cat and that. He's scared me. Big brother, that shit scared me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's George Galloway. Yeah, but he was dealing with Michael Barrymore though.
Showed up to Shahid. What do you mean dealing with Michael Barrymore?
You know what I mean? When I say meaning dealing with, I don't literally mean that. I mean they were having bare arguments and he was exposing them, innit?
Okay.
He was trying to get the sympathy, innit? And he's, you know, him being an alcoholic and that, and being a homosexual and all the things that, you know, Barrymore was keeping up with and getting away with for a long time.
I think Galloway's a bit funny anyway. He might be.
Yeah, he's married to a Palestinian woman, isn't he?
Oh, woman. Okay.
He probably is a bit. Most of them are a bit, you know, powder puffs, you know. Well, you know, because they're all old boys club, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, he's not broke, innit? He's from money, innit? Somewhere, somehow.
He gets some serious Saudi, or maybe
that's what I'm saying. So he's on when you're on that level.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do certain things. Be, as they say, you got to be down. You know. So you know, they bring you in the room, and you know, you got to compromise yourself. Otherwise you can't join. Come on, guys, man. I was expecting to hear some, you know, some serious questions, man.
Sorry, my phone cut off.
Nah, not you, Betty. I was talking about the people in the chat, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know, innit? I know. That is cool. People are
yeah, frightened, man.
They like, man. It's chocolates.
Get so bored.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got some good intellectual minds here, man. I'm sure there's questions you want to ask. You don't even have to say your problem. I'm sure there's some questions you might want to ask people on the panel.
Yeah, come on, man.
Can I ask a question in terms of, say we start this new system, yeah? What do we do with the leaders of the old system? What would you do with them? Because obviously they're not going to be happy.
Bro,
Power.
Well,
as in, like, once we're in control, or once you've left the system and you're away from them.
Well, you never really get away from them, because the world is like global now.
Yeah.
So obviously they're not going to be happy if we
take back our freedom.
They're gonna have to. It depends on the numbers of people, innit? Like what they could just ignore. They could just ignore. Do you know what I mean? They, depending on how the movements of how this particular movement affects their pocket, may or may not make a move themselves to address that imbalance as they see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it would be an imbalance. Because
might be balanced. It wouldn't be balanced. It'd be a rebalance, not imbalance.
No, according to them, innit? For their, it wouldn't be. It'd be an imbalance for them, innit?
If you take, for example, so obviously leaving the city and going out into the bush, yeah. If you take, for example, what happened with the move, what do you call it? Movement. It's called Move, innit? In South.
The Move 6 or something, Move 8.
Move 9, yeah. That I followed that. Not followed it, but because I wasn't alive in that. But I researched that quite a lot a few years ago, and obviously, I wonder if the UK government would stoop to them kind of levels to eradicate.
Well, what did they do? What did they do?
Basically, there was a group called Move, and they were trying to. I think they were a Black Panther offshoot, and they were trying to create a commune of sorts in the middle of South Philly. So there was a whole bunch of them. They had like a breakfast program just like the Black Panthers, but they basically leased out a number of drums in one neighborhood, and all of those drums were next door to each other. So they kind of had a big commune there. You couldn't get in or out unless you were, an affiliate or whatever. They probably were, blazing and doing whatever they wanted to do basically without being involved. And so at some point, the government, the local police, the mayor, wanted to clamp down on that. It kind of happened in 2 installments, in 2 chapters. The first time, they, I think they raided the place. A few people got shot, but it wasn't as bad as the second time, basically. And they arrested a few people. Once that happened, they built themselves back up again. They found some other yards. They did it bigger and badder this time. And then there was a gunfight between the police and these guys, and it culminated in the mayor, who I think was black at the time as well, decided to drop C4 from a helicopter and blow the shit out of all of these yards and kill bare people, women and children and everything, man.
Oh shit! And he actually got away with that.
Yeah, it's the state. The state were the one that executed the thing.
Yeah. The fuck, man.
Nah, you gotta research that, bro. That's some serious. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to look at. Yeah, I mean, look, when they had the they probably would send the army in. To be honest with you, if they probably more than likely they would, because what else could they do? If it's working and you're generating the income and people are happy and more people are joining, eventually they're going to have to put a stop to it because it's against the system. They're either going to say you're not paying tax, or they're going to find a excuse one way or the other, or they're going to send an agent provocateur in there to put something in there. What they do with a lot of these movements to destroy the movement. You know what I mean? They're not going to just let it stand.
The dynamic will be quite interesting now that we have the internet and we have alternative media and all these kind of things there, and camera phones and stuff like that. Because back in the day, you'd be able to demonize these people very easily through the TV news and news media. Now there'll be so many different eyes and so many different opinions on, like, they couldn't just say, oh, these guys are doing such and such and blah, 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 blah. Especially,
They just say these people aren't paying tax, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, they're not helping with the economy, they're just chat a bag of shit. You know, people are sheeple, you know? They'll believe whatever they're told or believe whatever they want.
Yeah.
Or most people won't really care because that's why they voted for the current government, because they don't really care. Not that any of them will be any different, but they don't really care. It doesn't affect them. It's only when it affects them. You know, that's when they'll care. But yeah, definitely got to look into what you just said, what you just talked about.
Yeah, off the back of that, you had Mumia Abu Jamal as well, who was a journalist. I think he was a Black Panther journalist, and he was covering the move crew at the time, when he was basically caught in the middle. He was a cab driver, and at this time he was a cab driver, and his he kind of pulled over one night because he saw police trying to apprehend a young black man, and he realized the young black man was actually his brother. And he ended up in an altercation with these guys, and one of the policemen was shot dead. Now, there was another person involved in this situation who was unnamed, or I think they might have been named or whatever. But Mumia has gone down for it because that's the guy they really wanted anyway. And he's been on death row ever since. I think he has a right to appeal now, which came out of the blue. I don't know why he has a right to appeal, but he's been in jail for about 37 years.
Jesus Christ.
About wanting to... Yeah, he's been in jail. He's basically a friend of mine, Will Francombe. He made a documentary about 15 years ago called In Prison My Whole Life. Check it out. I'll paste the link anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to break him. You can tell they wanted to make an example.
Yeah. The mad thing is, every week he's been doing a radio broadcast from jail through the phone. So he'll phone someone every week, and the person on the end of the phone will record what he says, and he's been putting out broadcasts every week since he's been in jail. So if you go on
that sounds really interesting.
It's sick.
Yeah.
And he's got a mad voice as well. Check him out.
Definitely got to look into this.
But yeah, check out In Prison My Whole Life. My friend made this documentary, and it kind of charts the whole situation. And because Will was born the same day or something that my man got sent down, and so his mum used to say to him every year, this guy's been in prison your whole life. So he made a documentary about that. He had some sick people in there still. He had Noam Chomsky in there. He had Mos Def was in there. Dick Gregory. Like, it's a serious documentary, man.
Abu Jamal documentary. I found it already.
Mumia Abu Jamal, yeah.
Yeah, Mumia.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the back chat. I'll link it in the back chat.
Yeah, man.
Can I ask the panel, do you think the riots of 2011 ever achieved anything? Do you think riots in general really achieve anything?
Well, that one didn't, because people just destroyed where they live, innit? They didn't really, I'm from Tottenham, innit? So basically what happened is a lot of Jewish people just bought up a lot of the real estate. So, and police are still shooting young black men and killing young black men on the street and still getting away with it. So it would have been nice if all of those people turned up to the court and voiced their opinion and put more pressure that way. But, destroying your own neighborhood, burning down your own shops, burning down people's houses that are just same financial situation to you. What difference does that make to the people that are making the decisions? Nothing. It means nothing to them. The police station was intact. You burnt a few police cars. What does that mean?
Yeah, people. Was it mainly young people, or was it like a collection of people, from different ages?
I weren't actually on the ground down there. Obviously, I spoke to a few man them which I won't really be getting into all of that. But yeah, I just think like people just saw it as a chance to steal. Some people were just stealing food. This is how, when you break it down, some people were stealing bags of rice. You know what I mean? Not everybody was looting phones and shops. People were just stealing essentials.
Yeah, some people might have needed it though.
This is what I'm saying, Betty. That the point of the time where we're living in Britain, where we have food banks. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that just should go to show you like where the level where we're at. We need food banks.
Because like in Salford, where I live, they stole from Lidl, and Lidl doesn't have high end goods. So when you're
Yeah,
stealing food and stuff like that, it's
yeah,
hard times.
yeah.
But you know what they say? A riot is the language of the unheard. So
Mm.
if you don't hear the unheard, then they will riot.
I mean, I definitely think that after the riots, a lot of people they use that as an excuse to take a lot of people off the streets. I know that for certain. I know a
Yeah, because
bagger man got nicked and a bagger man got a lot of years.
yeah,
So
one person stole a bottle of water, and I hear they got 6 months for just a bottle of water.
see what I'm saying?
For
Fucking
goodness
hell.
sake!
You know what I mean?
But I think
So
that's the problem with it. People riot, but there's no after plan. You know what I mean? It's just
no.
like going to the gym, just exercise, letting out all that negative energy, and then
Yep.
you don't have another plan.
But that's why they let it go on for so long, because you know what I mean? They know there's no, like you said, there's no after action. People are thinking, what's the next step?
That's the thing, man. If you compare a riot to compare a riot to something like Move, yeah, they'd be way more worried about a Move thing than a riot.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, a riot is just temporary, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Riot is here today and gone tomorrow. Obviously, the after effects in terms of infrastructure, yeah, but cool. But a movement is, that's way more threatening to them. When people are rioting, like, because they don't have the end goal, it's just like frustration for now, isn't it? Smash some shit up, show them we're pissed. But deeper, those people that take part in the riot, they're forever changed because they actually get to taste a small sample of freedom. You know what I mean? They actually get to go head to head with their so-called oppressors and to be defiant. And a lot of people never get that opportunity to even ever experience that. As small as you may see it, if you were ever in a scenario like that, the atmosphere is so thick with a I don't know, man. It's something. It's
just telling them sort of authority figures, a bunch of authority figures, to fuck off and no, and then turning around and then fucking off is a powerful thing.
Insurrection is a spiritual thing, man, and it's when the untamable part of you like comes forward and says, like, I actually can't be controlled. I actually can't. Like, I've got just as much power and just as much right to be on earth as you, and I was born to be free. And like, you represent, or these things represent that invisible cage that kind of restricts people, makes people feel like they're depressed, makes people feel like they're lost, or do you know what I mean? Or like materialism is the only thing to focus on, or whatever it is. And for a split second, just wilding out, feels good, man. That shit's therapeutic. But then obviously you got to look at the long-term effects on yourself and your freedom and that. Do you know what I mean? And I do agree with the points about burning up your own community. I just feel like, yeah, if you were ever to want to have an insurrection again, take it to where it's needed. Take it to where your actions can't be as easily forgotten. Take it to where they will make a difference in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, now fucking up your high street, but at the same time, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's just bricks and mortar and replaceable items. I think we always focus about the material and the financial end of writing, and not like the personal stories, like what made people, what actually was inside of people. I know people just want to sweep it off like, oh yeah, you know, people just greedy and they just want to loot. But nah, man, it was something deeper. I'm sure some of the people rioting and looting didn't even know why they were acting the way they were. But if that's what's underneath us, if that's what's just beneath the surface, once they like flip 2 buttons and press 2 buttons and say, all right, you lot can have your public display, boy, man. That's like an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
What's inside of us, the evil that men do, and what's inside of us, and why is it there?
Yeah, but You know what's funny though, Jeds, yeah? Like, I remember in Feltham in 02 where we had a sit down protest, and you had like a whole one side of a wing in it of man doing it, and gradually they kept coming back and giving people chances, yeah. And gradually you see people like dying in their cells and banging up. And I remember when you heard the banging of the shields, yeah? And that's where you see bare man go behind their door, and there was like 3 or 4 of us left that just sat out there, you get me? And that's when you start to realize, isn't it, who's really about it and who's not, who's really down for this. And man got a hiding, and man got twist up, but it felt good.
Yeah.
It felt really, really good. And that sounds weird, but it really did feel good just to tell these people, like, you know what, man, don't really care.
It's a Braveheart moment, innit? You'll never take our freedom.
Yeah.
That exhilarating.
And I was this, and Jeds, I was the stupid one that ran into the shield, innit, and got knocked out.
Animal, man, and I feel like they convince us that to suppress it is to progress, but you leave behind. When you leave it behind that animal, you leave behind like nature and natural shit. And you're doing this synthetic way of being alive. And I ain't feeling it, man. I ain't feeling it. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta go down to the basics, man.
Shit. Sometimes you have to prove it and you have to back it. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in just like this one-sided thing where we're just all victims and I'm not feeling it, man.
Yeah.
At some point, some major shit's gonna go down in the world, and I feel nothing but excitement.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Real tough, man.
What would happen if the internet went off? How people would just lose their minds, man.
Yeah, that'd be deep. The internet and electric. I'd be fucking excited. I'd be nuts. I'd be excited. Oh shit. Yeah,
man.
Bear man just standing in the road, staring blankly at their bank card.
Can't get no money, innit?
Looking at their plastic. Get me?
I'm not even saying what man would do, but man will be making some moves. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'll be sticking up, stick up, stick up, stick up. Yeah, I'll be a jack. I'm out there, man. Trust me. Running up. Yeah, we running up. Because the thing is, the first thing to do is to get to shops and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yep.
You're running up in shops and you're getting goods, man. But this is the thing. Man should have been stocking from before. Man should have had certain bits and bobs.
Yep, certain tin food. Yeah, certain stacks. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. A lot. Like the thing is, in America, they're so well more prepared. People out there got shelters.
Yeah,
doomsday shelters. Yeah, they got things that if shit goes left, mate, they're you know what I mean? In this country, we're just, I think, you know what it is, yeah? Because we got a monarchy, that's what stops certain people from having those thoughts for some strange reason. You know what I mean? Because we have a queen, you know what I mean? Or the queen, that's what stops us from, you know what I mean? From having...
Why?
Because a lot of people don't want, they believe in the queen, innit? A lot more than they believe in the government. You know what I mean? They believe in the royal family a lot more than they believe in the government. I mean, look how many people tuned into that royal wedding. You know?
Bruh, at the same time.
Yeah, people just need to know and just need to stock up on their water and their canned food, man. And get their distillers and stuff, man. Come on, man. I'm waiting for some extremely balanced questions, man. Ready for advice, man.
Everyone's got their issues off their chest.
Can I just say that the revolution will not be televised?
Oh, yeah.
Don't wait for the revolution to happen on your TV. It will just happen.
Don't get to the train late, man. You might not make it.
100.
Because there's going to be those in the know that get to escape the Matrix, man.
Is that what the film was about, The Matrix? I never really understood that film, The Matrix.
Oh,
you know, this is quite simple, actually. You know,
layered, man.
It was quite weird. Simple. No, they would basically, what it said is human beings is what they, because they didn't really explain. Basically, what Morpheus said to Neo was at some point machines developed and they developed an artificial intelligence, and then machines eventually took over. There was a war. Mankind decided that since machines were reliant on the sun, they sent up missiles. They sent up something in the atmosphere to block the sun, and they thought it would slow the machines down. The machines found a new power source, human beings. So they turned human beings into batteries, and so they put them in a simulation in the Matrix, so human beings would live in bliss. They wouldn't realize that they're basically powering the machines, and that's basically it. And the story was the fight against that.
Bloody hell! Thank you. It's a strange concept.
No, it really ain't. You know, it really isn't that much of a strange.
Is it meant to be a metaphor?
Yeah,
it could be.
No,
you know what's a good book to read is George Orwell's 1984.
Yeah, I've got that book and I still haven't read it.
No, I bet you're slacking, man. Betty, get on that. Read a chapter a day. Read that, man.
No,
you know what I mean? And Jed, and I'll tell you what, for books, Jedi is definitely a good person to talk to about good books that will open your eyes, man. Because I've watched certain shows and he's mentioned certain books, and I've gone and looked into them. So,
what would you recommend then, Jedi? What's a good book would you recommend? You should have book club, actually. You should have book club.
What's your interest?
I like non-fiction. I like hearing about I don't know, like I'm really in the police state, like 1984, just how to free yourself from the system, how to be a better person, how to have confidence in yourself, and women's rights, obviously.
Tell you what, Jed, yeah, I got that Morals and Dogma, you know.
Yeah,
I'm on the first sort of chapters. It's a lot to take in, man. You know, and I got Aleister Crowley's book somewhere.
Have you read David Icke? Anyone read David Icke book?
No, I got a few DVDs. They're long. They're quite long, but do you know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna get through that Morals and Dogma. I think that's definitely. I want to get on the mindset of these people who we're dealing with. You know what I mean?
I think you've already. Don't you feel like you already know intuitively? You know intuitively.
To a point, but you really got to know how far these people are prepared to go. And I don't think
they'll kill you.
Yeah, I know, but they'll kill you in so many different ways. Like, you know, they get. And the worst thing is, Betty, they'll get you to kill yourself by the food you're eating, the things you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you know, when you've got the Queen's husband saying that he wants to get rid of 80% of the population, and if he doesn't do that in his lifetime, he would like to be reincarnated as a virus to do it. You know, this is what these people actually think about us. That we're just food something.
Useless eaters.
Yeah, food. Yeah. He made a comment like that. Yeah. We're just food consumers or something like that, basically.
Because they work in generations. They have like 100-year plan, 50-year plan, and they inbreed, so they pass it on to their family, their children. So if they have a plan, their plan's like 100 years, and their children will take it, and their children. That's why the system never stops. That's why they're so worried about the bloodline. That's why they don't let strangers come and marry into their family without them checking to see if they're related and all that stuff. We were talking about that yesterday, about how the royal family, they're all like inbred.
Related, yeah.
You know, if inbreeding keeps the wealth in the family.
Yep.
Makes you more powerful.
And more than that as well.
What you say?
And more than just wealth, I would say.
Yeah. But like I said, these are the subjects that I'm looking into.
Have you read The Brave New World? Anyone read that? Brave New World?
No, what's that one about, Betty?
That was about social engineering. You know the person that wrote George Orwell? I think isn't that his teacher? That wrote the guy that taught George Orwell, and that's a teacher, and it's about like test tube babies and like designing the perfect human being, and it's like a police state.
Yeah.
getting you as a human being to love your servitude, getting you to love the prison that you live in.
Yeah.
Oh, Buddha's here. He might have read A Brave New World. That's another one of the books
Buddha
I've
Bing.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's going on? Yeah, George Orwell wrote Brave New World. Yeah, very good film.
Oh, okay.
Book.
Nice.
1984. Very good.
Yeah. There's some you can recommend some good reads then, Buddha. Then definitely.
It's quite a big book. I ain't gonna lie. But do you know what? One of the books I was saying to Betty the other day was a must to read is The 48 Levels of Power. And
Got that. There's 50 laws now.
Apparently so. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I've got the extended one with 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
That's extend. Yeah, that's who we done the extra laws with.
Okay.
It's quite good. I got it on audiobook still on my phone. It's quite deep still.
And the other one was The Art of War. That's another.
Got that one as well.
Yeah, that's
got both of them on audiobook.
That's all you need to begin with. That's what I would recommend anyway.
What would be the panel's 10 rules of power?
Oh, first rule is don't share your 10 rules. That's the first rule.
give us 10 rules of power and 10 rules of the art of war.
What, that from the book or that? Do you know what these things?
No,
I couldn't name them. See, the thing is, Betty, yeah, I couldn't just name them like that. I just think every situation is different, and how you would deal with every situation, how you would put a certain law into a situation. Obviously, there's the ultimate one: never outshine the master, and certain aspects and strategies and strategic things should not be said. But
yeah.
Feel free, anyone else to chime in.
Yeah, never outshine the master is a good one. That's always kept me in good stead throughout my life.
Yeah.
And the way you employ that is pretty good as well. Like even in a work situation.
Yep.
Make yourself valuable. Make yourself valuable. You understand?
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't outshine the boss.
Shine the master. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a quick point.
For me, one of my favorite ones.
Just a quick point. A Brave New World was written by Aldous Huxley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's it. I'm sure he's George Orwell's teacher. And that's where George Orwell got his information from. And that's when he wrote 1984. But they both wrote the same type of thing about what was going to happen, what the elites had as their plans. And many of what's happened is in that book. And them books were written, I think, around the 1930s, 1940s. So these people plan really far in advance, and people don't understand how far in advance they plan.
Yeah, he was a big Mason as well, and Satanist, occultist, I believe.
One of my first laws of power is be your own leader. You don't need a leader. Be your own leader.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely agree with that one.
So the 48 laws of power. So there's the last two laws of power. What are they, Shizzle?
I got them on audio. Where's my phone? I got them on audio. Where is it? You can find them on YouTube. I can put them in the back chat if you want, because I found it on YouTube before I got it on my
That'd be interesting. But 50 Cent though, boy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A rapper. It's interesting.
Yeah, because what there's more to do. Street hustle. Street's really good.
Yeah.
They collaborated. Here we got an audio book, the full audio book, 10 hours. I'll put it in the back. The back chat. No.
10 hours. Oh my lord.
It's long, you know, fam.
Bedtime story. It'd be bedtime
Yeah,
story.
that's
You
what I
could play
do.
it.
What do you think I do about work? That's what I used to. When Jedi stopped doing these streams, yeah, and on his these are the things I had to do to get me through my bloody work shift, man. Because I could have one earphone in and just listen.
Yeah.
You know what? I like to go to sleep with something romantic. You get what I'm saying? That's why I always listen to Betty. Betty's live stream when I'm falling asleep.
Buddha, you know. Buddha, you know. Listen to Buddha Bing.
Let's see if he's got a knife. He hasn't got a knife because he had that picture of that sexy lady in the red dress. And we all asking.
No, but Betty, I did tune into your show that you were doing about the whole Sarnetta and Hassan Campbell beef, and the Sara Rossetti one was hilarious, man. And the young Pharaoh one.
This is it.
Yeah,
it was just.
They were tearing each other to shreds. They were definitely.
Was that Nature Boy versus Young Pharaoh?
Yeah.
Nature Boy is a narcissist and a nutcase. And that general saying is so funny. It's just
I'm from the D. You know where I'm from? I'm from the D. Okay.
I did keep it, and then they put the music behind it as well, so it made it even more exciting. What about when General Setti and Umar Johnson? Did you see that one?
No, I didn't see that one. It's War by Robert Greene. Yeah, that's the other one. But yeah, I didn't see that one. Yeah, but that's funny though. Still, that one made me laugh this morning. Still,
I know. I like a good gossip.
Yeah, that was funny. What other books can I look for? Yeah, Origin Dogma. That is a good one. No, everyone's gone quiet, boy. Come on, man.
I was gonna say, I haven't bought a book for a long time.
I did. The only book I bought recently was a Game of Thrones one. Got it for Christmas.
No, I wouldn't even bother.
Well, it was there. I was in Asda, so I copped.
The last book I bought was by Ronda Rousey. You know Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
So,
she was one of my favorite female MMA fighters till she got the shit kicked out of her by Holly Holmes. Well, she still is, but shit happens. Everyone takes a loss, innit?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really like when it comes to women fighting and stuff like that. All right, that's cool. They can do their thing or whatever, but it's not really something I'm interested in. You know what I mean? But her life story is amazing. She's got a really, really interesting life story. Like her dad committed suicide at a very young age. And when she was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. You know what I'm saying? She got such a mad life story. Bless her. Very inspiring young lady. Betty, have you heard of her? But he's gone. Yo, Zulu, what?
What's up, fam?
No, sorry, I've not heard of her. I've not heard of her.
You not heard of Ronda Rousey?
No idea.
What? Have you been under a rock?
No idea who she is.
Everyone's dying to ask you this question, you know? Wow, who's playing that? Yo, Shizzle, you're doing bits.
I think that's Shizzle's little boy.
Mute him.
Yeah. Yeah, Betty.
Yeah.
Betty.
Yeah.
Why are you saying this like that? Are you okay?
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I got feeling that is this a question I'm not gonna like? That's why I'm like.
It's the way you summoned her, Jedi. It was like, yes, Betty. Yes.
Now, we was gonna ask a question about your voice today. Your voice.
My voice.
What is
Becky,
it?
boy.
Are you not
Oh
going to grill
dear.
me
She's
again?
blushing. She's blushing.
No, not again. I'm gonna get told for it to being too high. You're gonna tell me off again. I'm gonna get a Nigerian roasted.
Nah, no one's telling you off. We just wanted to know about it. We're just curious about your voice.
In what way?
Like, what makes it go super duper high?
It just does. I don't know. Does everyone all have a just one tone of voice? I don't.
I would think that I do.
Can you do me a favor? Can we talk to Gangster Betty for a minute?
oh, fucking.
Okay. Gangster Betty is Betty. It's gonna be.
Gangster Betty is different. That's like, have you seen Split? Have you seen the film Split?
Split, no.
Yeah, you need to watch that film Split.
Oh, that film is mad.
That
film is good.
Gangster Betty is like the beast. You get me, yeah? Like,
Yes.
Gangster Betty is scary, man. I imagine your eyes going black. You're black. Oh, you're gangster.
Nah, everyone does that.
You wanna fucking.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, that's mad.
There you go, crazy.
Oh God, yeah. No, honestly, no. It just depends. It depends. But my handwriting changes. I think I don't know. Some people just have a different tone of voice.
My handwriting changes a lot as well. You know when you start off, you start writing.
No, go on.
No, I was saying my handwriting changes as well too.
Yeah, depending on what mood I'm in, you'll hear a different tone.
Yeah, we know this, man.
When Betty's on your case, it's problems.
That time of the month.
Certain man don't even get a chance. Like you decapitated a certain pigeon still.
No, but he annoyed me. No, he just annoyed me. I wasn't too harsh, but he didn't let me speak. He didn't let me speak on Friday, so all I did.
I didn't say you was too harsh. I think you was being too easy on him, and you should have long time for it to come.
Yeah.
Who's talking about?
Who got fucked up?
The pigeon, man. The pigeon.
Oh, wow.
Who's a pigeon?
Oh,
Raj.
Wow.
They're talking about Raj.
Are you ready?
He just didn't let me. He didn't let me speak, and he was just accusing, Jedi of being a bully. But he's quite a bully himself. The only difference is he's a non-violent. He's not violent, but whenever you speak to him, a lot of the time he will interrupt constantly. And then if you're sitting on the internet saying that a certain person's had sex with rats and they've had children, how is that not bullying?
Excuse me?
Yeah, well, that's what he does. Raj sat there accusing a certain somebody of having sex with rats and having children. So how is that not bullying? You know what I mean? I'm just asking, Raj should be consistent. Don't accuse other people if you're doing the same thing yourself. You know what I mean? It's not right. And I don't like.
I'm not gonna lie, Betty. You know what? I have to rate you. For me, it takes a lot of energy to even speak to Raj, man. You're good,
Yeah, Raj can be all right sometimes, but he's too domineering.
Yeah. I reckon is he like that on in real life, or is he different?
I've only spoken to him a few times. No, he's not really like that in real life. He gives you a chance to speak.
Yeah,
come on.
I just think he's scared of a strong black woman, man.
Yeah, he's definitely terrified.
Yeah, no one wants to bet he smoked. But no, all I requested is that he be consistent. Don't be a coward, because he's been a coward, and don't talk over me. And that's what he was repeatedly doing, and it was rude.
So what, are you not good now? How's it standing?
No, we're not good. I'm not speaking to him. We're not good. Because he's always talking about violent brown and black people, but when the violent white person comes, he didn't say anything. He's got nothing to say.
You know what got me is that when I was having a conversation with him, Betty. It was on your show, but it was offline, and he kept saying "you lot," and I was like, "Who are you lot?"
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean by "you lot"?
Yeah. That's what I mean, the negrophobia. He's got I did not call Raj a racist. What I said is he's suffering from negrophobia. Meaning he has an unconscious bias towards black people. That's what I've noticed.
Of course he does, man. He's scared stiff. And I don't think it's that unconscious as well. I don't think he's scared stiff, man. It's a sneaky little fucker.
Yeah, and he likes to use people for his own means. And that's not nice. You know, when ages ago, like last year, when Jedi and Maku and Raspet used to protect him, he was happy with them. He was happy with the hired muscle. But now he's falling out. Now he's like trying to, run him out of the park. And that's not fair.
Not fair, is it?
No, but it's not fair. And those little violent little white girls, he's talking about violence. Why doesn't he condemn those violent little white girls that dragged Jedi by the hair to the point where the man nearly went right back?
Yeah, I nearly broke my back.
Because they really yanked you violently.
And I think my hair was about to come out by a friend. Like, luckily, I had to fly to Turkey and get that sorted.
No, but Jedi's I'm not joking, but at the end of the day, you're like 6 or something. For them to be able to yank you back that much, they must have pulled with some force.
Yeah, man, trust me, with that girl can pull. Trust me. He's not a stranger to pull it. Trust me, she's pulled before. She's fucking. You know what? It wasn't even a pull, babe. It was a yank.
Yeah.
She fucking yanked me from behind. Man.
Yeah, but are we forgetting this is the same guy that was back in Tan and supporting Tan, yeah? And slimed his way out of that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is it. And then he's there preaching the path of non-violence. I said, if he wants to preach the path of non-violence, let him go and talk to those little racist little white girls then.
No, that don't make no sense. He's preaching non-violence. He's got an avatar of him holding a shotgun.
Holding a shotgun.
Yeah, but we know Roger's a walking contradiction. We know that, and he knows we know that.
And he smells.
That's why he's not happy. And he's not happy. And then I got some alleged phone call from his alleged nephew. And it's only like, that's a new number. Only about 5 people know it. And he's one of them. So it's just like, how the hell did you just ring me out of nowhere and telling me that I need to keep quiet about Raj? I'm like, nah. I don't
Oh, yeah. He said his video was called Police. That's what he said. That's what he said to you.
This is another bloody thing. Betty's not calling no police. Call the police. I sort the thing out myself. I'm getting a bit fed up of it. Why is his answer everything call the police? The police are fucking corrupt and they're institutionally racist. Why would I call the police to do anything?
You're right though, Betty. You know what? He always draws for the police.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, listen. He's trying to tell me, in that same talk, he was trying to tell me, let's get everyone to ban Jedi from the park.
Wow.
And I'm like,
yeah.
But why? What do you want to get? Oh, because he's violent. I'm like, what? When has he ever been violent in the park? Oh, no, but he goes around telling this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. I goes, but bruv, the things that come out of your mouth, I don't like it. So then that means you should get banned. Because you say some stupid shit. And then he gets all flustered and, no, I've got to go, I've got to leave now. I don't get this guy, man. I really don't.
Yeah, it's not fair. And the thing that pissed me off about it was, at the end of the day, Jedi doesn't really turn up until around 5. He's not even there long enough to be calling for him to be banned. And it's not like he's got some protection racket around the park where you can't get in the park unless you pay protection money. Raj, you know what Raj said yesterday? He went like this. He's like this, call the Jedi's name, and he was like this: disagree with Jedi and get banged. And it's just, and he kept on saying it, and that's such a distortion. You know what I mean?
Was it disagree with me and get banged?
Yeah, that's what he said. If anyone disagrees with you, then you get a punch.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And this is the thing when people told him he's over exaggerating things. And Moses, what started it was when Moses said it. He said to Raj, you need to leave the Oz and Jedi thing. Stay out of it. It's nothing to do with you. Stay out of it. But Raj, you're just like a broken record. And then I said the same thing.
He jumps on the bandwagon, Betty.
Yeah, he does. He does because he thinks everyone's a pawn. He's trying to use me, Moses, and anyone who's had any type of disagreement with Jedi to get him out. So we should all band together and just get Jedi out. That's what he wants. And I just said to him, just be a man about it and go and talk to Jedi. He talks conflict resolution all the time, Rod. Don't use your fists. So why can't he be a man about it and go and speak to Jedi?
No, but the point I was trying to make was this: why do you want to get him banned? What has he done that's so bad that you feel he needs to get banned?
Because he's scared of him. That's all it is. He's just scared of him.
No, it's not even that. Yeah, he's his intellectual match. Yeah, and when you meet someone that no matter what you pull, they already seen through you. He knows the only way that Raj is going to be able to continue with his shit is if someone like Jedi is no longer in the park.
Yeah,
because Jedi's not playing that game with him. What a lot of other people are playing that game.
I think that Rat Boy is about 100 times more aggressive than Jedi.
Yeah, he is, and he just got.
Remember, in the park, the only thing I've ever done is push someone. I've not touched no one else. And that person I pushed, admittedly, I pushed them. They touched me first, innit? So apart from that, there's people that have punched, slapped. There's been fights and you know the wickedest thing? I've been at the center of breaking up half this shit. That's why I stopped breaking up things now. It's long. Because you're not trying to paint out the number one peacekeeper as being the number one. It's like, this is a bit weird. So I leave them to it. I leave them to it now.
You know what jarred me the most? I ain't gonna lie. He goes, it's because he's big. You know how he talks? He's big. He's scared. And that jarred me. You know why? Because most of my life, people like cross the road when they fucking see me.
Yeah.
They have this automatic stereotype of because I look a certain way, right? But in reality, if you knew me, it would be very far from the fucking truth.
Come on.
He's a jarring individual, man. Very jarring individual. That's why I take it. You're good, Betty. It takes energy to fucking work with this guy.
I go on his channel for the art and stuff like that, and he can be funny. But what I don't like is when he says he doesn't have friends, and then also he's now saying that he's Oz's friend. Because I said to him, "What's it to do with you? This thing with Jedi and Oz, they were friends. The thing fall out. What's it to do with you?" He's like, "Oz is my friend." I was like how? You pick up no phone. You don't have friends. That guy don't have friends. He has people who makes alliances with in order to use them like a commodity. He's talking shit.
Hey, do you know how far this guy went? He went so far as to say that gang took somebody hostage in the park.
What?
I'm like,
what? Whoa.
Oh,
did you not hear
fucking no. Wow. This guy, man.
No, I didn't hear it.
You was there, but I don't think you was at you were listening. But he's going, I'm like, what? He's going to, they took him hostage, this Moses guy, and they made him apologize, blah, 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 and they wouldn't let him live. I'm like, can you hear yourself? Like,
yeah.
You know, like, that's a serious allegation. Like,
that's not what happened.
And that's the thing, and Moses is getting upset. Because what happened was, when you were offline, I went back to bed. And then I didn't hear that bit. But Moses was the one that said it on Friday. And the thing that annoys me, he's like this. I can't understand why Moses is switched. Can't understand why he switched. And why he's saying that he don't have a problem with Jedi anymore. So he's trying to get Moses to ignite something. That's the thing that annoys me. He doesn't want anyone to think freely. All the little black people have got to be under his control, his narrative. And then when he talks a lot of shit online, and then when it comes to the park,
he's quiet as a mouse.
He tones it down. Yeah, and then if anyone says anything, he'll run to the police.
Yeah, they
but
must
you were
be
talking all types of shit online.
They must be getting sick of him now, isn't it? Really, the police now.
But
of all the
he
times
got
he's
warned.
emailed them.
Yeah, he got warned though, didn't he? He got warned not to be talking shit online at that meeting. I don't know, is it 2 months ago? That's why he toned it down.
Ah, so that's the real reason why he turned.
He's the one that's getting the warnings by the police. The police are warning him, not me.
Yeah, that's what happened. He got warned about toning it down and stopped igniting online beefs. With when he was battling, is it Saeed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the police. That's why he toned it down. So I just don't lie. Don't be a coward. If you know you're part of the problem, you just be honest about it.
Exactly.
But, you know what I mean? Too much drama. Because you don't honestly think he would come with his pet rats and tell Omar to his face, "Oh, you had sex with rats." He wouldn't have done that to Omar's face. He does it on the computer because he feels like a man behind the computer. Take the computer away, then you will see that there's not much of a man.
There's not much of a thing there, unfortunately. But I'm sure that he can build himself up, man. I'm sure it's never.
He'll stand behind his racist little white friends. That's what he will do. That's why he never talks about the violent white people.
Yeah, why
because
is that?
those that will defend him.
None of them do. None of them do.
Manny Cinder, none of them.
When it comes to Tommy Robinson, is he not a violent white man? A football
he's
hooligan?
a violent. Yep, he is.
Who got caught punching another man?
He's been done for worse than that, but I'm not going to get into that. Tommy Robinson actually stole his name from the original Luton football hooligan. It's not even his real name. His real name is Stephen Yuxley Harris.
Yeah,
something along them lines. He's got quite a few names, to be honest. But
Stephen Yaxley Lennon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So where's Raj then? He's talking all this man of peace, conflict resolution. So why doesn't he call out the biggest fuck, Tommy Robinson? He doesn't. He said, "Oh, Tommy Robinson," and then he wonders why people have got a problem with him.
No, Raj doesn't see it because he's biased.
Because he needs them. Because that's what he said. Anybody who challenges me, I'm gonna call the Football Alliance.
Oh, the DFLA, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said, and he would.
Who gives a fuck about them, though? No one gives a fuck about them. Man ain't worried about them. Fuck them.
Yeah, but it shows you what a coward he is.
Yeah, but we know Raj is a snivelling little weasel. Always has been.
You know what I mean, it's not right. I honestly thought he was a better man than that. Because I don't call men to fight my battles. If I've got a problem with someone, I'll come and say it to your face.
Yeah, we know. We know. Trust me.
I don't like it when
you don't know how. No, you've always said that you don't like when other people speak for people. So why is he speaking for Oz? If Oz has an issue, Oz can sort it out, innit? Or not sort it out, or ignore it. Why does Raj have to take up the argument?
Exactly. And it's like he's pressuring him. He's like putting all this pressure on him. And another thing that annoys me, Raj ain't from no bad area. I don't think he even has a clue on the struggle. I don't think he's from a single parent background. I don't think he's from them rough area. He doesn't have a clue. But when he's talking about it, for all I know, if men don't sort things out with fists, why is there a boxing ring all over the place? You know what I mean? It doesn't... Yeah, why did they have that thing, the last man standing, if they don't sort things out with their fists? You know what I mean? It's just, I get fed up of his talk. Raj doesn't have a fucking clue, and I don't think he even cares. I don't even think he likes black or brown people. I don't think he even likes brown people.
Of course he doesn't. He just tolerates them.
Yeah.
His ultimate companion is like the right-wing white guy.
Yes.
That's it.
Exactly. Until they turn on him. When they turn on him, then he'll know what time it is.
And he just giggles when they tell him he giggles. Yeah, just allow
Yeah, like when that guy called him a towel head. He had nothing to say.
Yeah, nothing. In his face.
Did he actually get called a towel head?
Yeah, you can see the video. They're walking together and he calls him a towel head. So what's that towel on your head?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just, I don't know. There's no self-pride.
Oh, and when I saw him again, I did say something to him. Why don't you say it there and then? Why weren't you making 100 videos about it? You know, if you don't like black people, that's your business, isn't it? But just come out of it and say it.
Roger's the guy I got on camera saying, I hate Sikhs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't like Sikhs, you hate Sikhs. You're weird.
I don't think he likes anybody.
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he likes anybody. He doesn't trust anyone. Everyone's just there to be used as a tool. And once he doesn't need you anymore, he'll just dash you away. And that little vixen, that little freak show that he hangs out with, I can't stand that freak show. Simon.
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
Fucking Simon.
Oh, God.
Little vixen. Such a troublemaker. Disgusting, honestly.
Yeah, that one's definitely an agent. That one's an agent provocateur, mate. If that ain't being paid by Metropolitan Police, I don't know what is.
You lot talking about Baphomet?
Yeah. The Baphomet. Yeah.
The sodomite.
Yeah, the shaitan.
Baphomet.
Yeah, the Baphomet, mate. Because that's blatantly been sent down there by the powers that be.
Definitely, 100%. I was thinking that from day one. Like, this is definitely planned.
I like Baphomet.
The lady boy. The lady boy is very obsessive as well. Just like can't stop coming on my channel. I banned lady boy from my channel. Just constantly mentioning me on Discord, and I'm like, all I ever said to the lady boy was, I don't believe that you're a woman. That's all. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
did he get offended when you said that?
Yeah, because what I did was I made the video and I went and brought another one of these lady boys videos when they were saying that they had to wear a dildo to keep their fake pussy open. And the lady boy got upset. Simon got upset because Simon said that I wasn't using evidence. I was just making it up. And I said, no, I left a medical report from the NHS that talks about what these transgenders have to do.
Yeah, but Raj came on Raspet's thing and said that's true. Raj came on Raspet's thing and said it's true.
Yeah, it is. It's true. They have to wear a dildo because their fake pussy won't stay open because all it does is heal up. And then that's when the lady boy was really gunning for me. And then thinking it, like Raspet, when he found out that.
Yeah, he was ripping. Yeah.
And so
log on and step on Chichiman. You get me?
In for me after that. And I was just like, you can't control everybody. At the end of the day, I provided the evidence. This lady boy, you can't go around telling other transgender people what to say. And then she doesn't stop anything but being transgender. And she's quite racist as well. I don't even know if she is mixed, but she hates black people.
Very spiteful, very antagonistic, always looking for trouble. I've ignored this. I've ignored Baphomet for so long. Baphomet is insistent on trying to get some form of attention. Energy vampire. I'm really not into that. And unless you've got something clever to say, which you never have, you pull fucking amphetamines, like gurning the whole time. You've got nothing clever to say whatsoever. It's all spiteful and nastiness, and let me go to the police. It's disgusting, man. And I feel like even transsexuals should be ashamed of you. But like, what do you represent? Nothing, man. It's dead food. Man.
And this is what post people, and this is the issue, like with LGBT, like, yeah, you do what you want to do in it, but don't shove it in our faces, like. They put it on TV, they put it everywhere, like it's always promoted. It's like
I'm not even talking. I'm not getting caught into them traps. What I'm saying is, her herself, even as is a bad representation of a transsexual herself. Get me? Because all the other traits about her, like she's so disgusting. He's so disgusting. so disgusting.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to be known as, yeah. But it's like your behavior. This ain't got nothing to do with you being transsexual. This is about your personality, like how you conduct yourself, your actions, and that's you're a stain. You're a stain.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the other transgender one doesn't have this problem, because that's what she say. The minute you say you don't like her, then she'll say it's because you don't like transgender shit. I bet he's transphobic. And I was like, no, sweetheart. You've got that Naomi, and I haven't got a problem with Naomi. Naomi's not going around trying to incite stuff and be spiteful. But this Simon can't do anything but about being transgender. That is what the whole life of that Simon is. And she's, like you said, she's always trying to ignite something, trying to trigger people.
I just find there's not many rooms in that house. Like, you get me? She's got like a one room. It's like a studio flat. There's no other angles. It's dead. Like, okay, you're a transgender. Cool. No one ain't trying to stone you. Half of these men are fucking sorted and staring in your eyes and giving you all this. And then you just want to use your little platform to just stir shit. Like, you're not really like, you don't represent anything. You know what I mean? You just want to stir shit. Like, so.
And I think another thing is it's a shame how a lot of men who are claimed to be straight, I think this is kind of exposed like the real like weirdos. Because a lot of these guys knowingly that that's a man, they still, chase that affection. It's like,
what, are you shocked that there's gay people?
No, I'm just these are guys that have wives and they're family man, and you assume that they're straight because obviously they have wives and all that. But then you just see them chatting up a man like this. It's kind of weird. It's shocking.
Well, I don't find it shocking at all. If I'm honest with you, like if I'm brutally honest, I'm not shocked. You get me? The man are freaks. Like, it is what it is. Like, internationally,
like even after knowing it's a man, like you still want to.
Internationally, we way past that. Man are looking at animals and getting turned on. Like, we're way past that.
Yeah. Yeah, so some people are batting for both sides. Some men are batting for both sides, so I'm not surprised at that. But
then those are the same men that will speak vocally against like the whole thing of like, yeah, those batty man, yeah, da-da-da. But then like they'll be like, but when there no cameras on, they'll be like walking up to them like, so what's your name? Da-da-da.
Yeah, but that's because they want to keep up appearances. That's for appearances' sake. If you look at certain countries, they're rife with them things. Rife, all everywhere. So, I'm not shocked at all. It doesn't surprise me. Because
like even before I knew it was a man, he didn't look attractive at all. So I didn't even see what anyone was thinking.
Man, a certain man was thinking they were falling in love, man. That's what they were thinking, man.
I think Simon is spoiled. Is it Kensington? One of those places, Kensington or Chelsea, one of those areas. And their parents paid for this operation. So I think it's just a very spoiled little kid.
Encouraged it. You never know. Maybe it was something that...
No. Apparently, the black father is not speaking to her.
Rightfully so.
So I don't know if that's where her hatred of black people comes from, but it can't stand black people. Would you stop speaking to
your child if your child wanted to change genders?
I think that is I don't know. I think it's a bit... I can understand why the parent wouldn't. It's a big thing for someone to just change gender.
She should be disowned.
You think you would disown your child?
If they were a faggot, yeah.
I think it's a big thing. I don't know. I think you'll always love your child, but I think I can understand why some parents would struggle with it because they'll class it as mental illness.
I think what people who don't have children can find it easy to just say they will just disown their child like that. You know what I mean? It's not as easy as that.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's not easy.
Would you do it, M.A. Brown? Would
I don't know. I don't know what I would do, to be honest, Jeds. I love my
get the
son,
belt.
innit?
That's the first thing. Get the belt. You said what? You're gay.
What's the question?
What?
How would you deal with your child How would you deal with your child coming to you saying that they wanted to change their gender? Change their gender.
No, the thing is, look, I look at homosexuality like this, right? There's nothing in the that would make me want to bang a geezer. I like women. Women's the only thing I like. There's nothing in the world that you could convince me to go and bang some dude. All right, cool. So with homosexuals, it's the reverse. They love men. There's nothing you could convince them to go and bang a girl. So I don't know whether there's anything that can be done. I mean, if I had a child and my child was gay, well, it's a difficult one. I don't know. I'd have to just accept it. What
Your son,
there's nothing else you can do.
Your son wanted to change genders.
Sorry?
Your son wanted to change genders.
Oh my God.
That's a sticky one.
Yeah,
that's a sticky one.
No, it's not sticky. It's not sticky. It's like, disappointing, but it ain't sticky.
It is sticky, Ultra. Come on, man. Get out of it. Don't say it's not.
It ain't
sticky. It's sticky. Ultra, listen. Keep your this beta male thing. This beta male sunshine garage thing.
No.
This atheist stuff,
Listen,
man.
you can cast aspersions as much as you like. None of it means anything. You're saying the question is, if your child comes to you about wanting to change genders. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's not sticky is because the child is telling you rare. Yo, brother. The child's telling you rare. What I'm saying is, it ain't sticky, it's disappointing. It ain't sticky, there's nothing sticky about it. It's just disappointing. That's it. That's my point. It's disappointing. It ain't sticky. All you do is you sit the child down and you explain to them why they're wrong. That's it. It ain't sticky. It ain't sticky. It's just disappointing. That's it. Especially if you.
And then the next day, your son is in a dress, and your son is in a dress with shoes on, yeah. And then you're telling me it's disappointing, yeah?
Wait, is it not disappointing?
It's embarrassing.
I just told you it's sticky, bro.
It's abnormal.
No.
Who's this abnormal? You just said that your child is wrong. You just said explain to your child why it's wrong. So
I think he's trying to stay as liberal as possible with his speech.
There's no liberal when it comes to that, boy. It's a sticky situation.
But this is what I'm saying. Do you think forcibly beating the child and shouting at them and abusing them is gonna help? Come on, bro.
I don't think anyone's saying that.
That's an
no one here said beat the kid, bro.
So what are you saying then? What are you saying?
That's a straw man.
Yeah, that's a straw man. Come on.
No, how is it a straw man? It's a red herring, you dickhead. What I'm saying is, how do you deal with it then?
Damn, he's really getting emotional about this gay shit.
How do you deal with it then?
Okay, is it that deep, bro? Is it that deep, bro? Damn.
Don't you talk. What I'm saying, how do you deal with it? How do you deal with it?
Triggers, boy.
I think something must have happened somewhere. I don't know, bro.
How do you deal with it?
No, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's saying, oh, it's sticky. How do you deal with it then?
No, the reason that, look, what we're saying is it's sticky, meaning no one's saying they've got the perfect solution, but that's why it's sticky. It ain't just open and shut. Oh, okay, what, you want to be a girl now, yeah? I say nothing. You're wrong, though, but cool. That's not that either. That's how you're making. What?
I did not say anything of the sort.
You said you sit them down and tell them that it was wrong.
Explain to them
what's
wrong, and their children, and they're too young to fucking worry about them chicks.
But then they insist, I'm a girl.
Yeah, and I've told them, look, see that big widgie between your legs? It says otherwise.
No, he uses that to go in bums.
Oh man, Jedi. Stop, Jedi. Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Gone too far, Jedi. Oh shit. Oh. We're laughing about it, but really and truly, most of us here would be actually crying.
Fam,
And I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't know what to do, and I'm gonna just be real. You get me?
No, but
The bell's coming out.
That's the point. No, but this is what I'm saying. That's a dumb approach. Oh,
No.
imagine the fucking child is so confused and fucked up that they think that they're the wrong gender. Do you think taking a belt to the child is gonna help?
Just ignore him, man.
Okay, no. You know what?
No one with kids is talking about beating the child because that ain't gonna help. You get me?
I mean, kids get beaten for other things, yeah, which is okay, but for this kind of situation,
whoa,
come off that Hebrew Israelite thing, man.
Yeah. Listen,
whoa. Okay. Ocho. Did we not talk about when we got beat when we were kids? People get beat when they're kids. I don't act like it's not normal.
No. We were beaten, but we know it was wrong.
It wasn't wrong though because it made us better. It made us better.
My mom burst my head because I burned her feet.
But also, did it not make you understand the seriousness of doing something wrong? Like I'm gonna get beaten, and then you stop doing it.
Listen.
Nope. Not me, boy.
No, you don't need to beat your kids. If you're beating your kids, you're out of control. Your voice alone should be enough.
You see when my mom burst my head for burning her gungo peas, yeah?
Whoa, that's steep. That's steep.
I never burnt the peas ever again. So, figure that out.
Don't spare the rod. Don't spoil the child. Simple.
I don't know.
If you don't beat your kid, the kid's gonna grow up and be a little brat.
That's not true.
You need to knock some sense into that kid, man.
He's just trolling. He's trolling.
I'm not trolling, bro. Everyone's gotten beaten. I'm sure you guys got beat.
Yeah.
My sister didn't get beaten. There's nothing wrong with us.
But I'm saying some people like over exaggerate when we say we got beaten. No. Because when I tell people, I got beaten, like, no. Because people are like, you got beaten. Oh, are you okay? Bro, like it's not that deep. Just get the belt. Whip you on the backside once or twice.
This is what I'm saying, TN. You sound like you coming from like a seriously abusive relationship where.
Oh my! See what I mean? This is exactly what people do.
No, but this is you sound like you got Stockholm syndrome, man. When we was getting beaten, bro. It was. I'm not gonna lie. In my head, whilst I'm sure many of us share the same experience, it was wrong.
No, it wasn't. Well, I mean, I as a kid, obviously, I thought, why am I getting beaten? I don't like this. It hurts. But then I realized that damn, because I got beaten, I don't want to do this again. Like anything in life, pain is a good lesson. Pain is a good teacher. Is it not?
No.
Oh, so when you touch the stove when you're a little kid and you move your hand away because of the pain, does that not teach you not to do it again?
No, that's not the stove. The stove didn't burn me because I walked in the room or I did something wrong to the stove because I kicked the stove. The stove burnt me because it's a flame and I put my hand on it. That's completely different. My mum beating me didn't teach me nothing. I just learned to take the licks after a while.
Yeah, that's right.
But did you get the talk after the licks or did you just get pure licks? Because I got the licks and the talk.
I got both.
Yeah, I got both.
I think the licks and the talk is a good combination.
Well, maybe it worked for you, but it didn't work for me, what?
Yeah, no.
Why can't you just shout at your kid? Why do you have to do the beating?
I think shouting is worse than beating, to be honest with you, because
you've been reading your Bible too much, bro.
Yeah,
no, shouting at a little kid is serious, but when you shout at a little kid, that's a big deal, bro.
I'm telling you, TN, you need to come off this physical abuse thing, blood. Serious, blood.
See, now I'm being framed as an abusive guy. Listen, this is African culture to discipline your kid. Even in Asian culture, they discipline their kid. This is not something new. Just because in the first world, everyone's all sensitive. Hold on, allow me to finish. See, now you want to interrupt me, but allow me to finish. See, nowadays everyone's all sensitive. Like, oh no, don't call child line. No, don't do that to your kid. It's because this is why. Listen, it's because these guys aren't doing it right. They're kicking their kids, punching their kids, and they're actual abusers, not the ones that do discipline. The ones that actually abusing the kids are out there.
I'm not going to lie, TN. You sound like you need therapy, blood. I'm not going to lie.
And then what happens is I speak on something that's